Hello, hello. Welcome on in, everyone, to As Seen on TV here on Games Done Quick Hotfix. I'm Nichole Goodnight, and I'll be your host for this phenomenal TV show-based run. I can't talk. It's a common thing that happens sometimes. It's fine. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing great, having a good day, night, wherever you are. We have just a couple quick things before we dive right into our run. We've got a jam-packed full show for you. Community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrunning scene. Learn more or apply to get involved at gdq.gg/BAF and follow at blackinaflash.bsky.social on Blue Sky for the latest updates. And also Frame Fatales, GDQ's all-women and femme speedrunning community is preparing for its next event, Flame Fatales, running from September 7th through the 14th. The schedule is now live at gamesdoneclick.com/schedule/58. You can type !FF in the chat for information on how to join the Discord and stay up to date with all things Frame Fatales. Absolutely wonderful group of people. I'm so very excited. One other thing before we get started, if you have any runs that you would like to feature on a Hotfix show, please make sure to submit them. We would love to see you, yes you, points at you, on the show. With that being said, we're going to dive right into our first game. We've got, again, a jam-packed schedule for tonight. So without any further ado, I'm going to go over to Starwind X9 with Shadowverse Champions Battle. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. I am Starwind, or you can call me Star. I am super excited to be here, not only because this game is cool, and I hope more people learn to appreciate it by the end of this run, but I also have the lovely School Appropriate with me. School.
Hi, everyone.
Introduce yourself, yeah?
Yeah, my name is School Appropriate, and I do not play this card game, but I do speedrun other card games.
Yeah, I was doing comms for School's Forbidden Memories run, so it's only fair that we trade places with just a different children's card game. All right, so timer starts actually when I confirm my character name, so if we're good to go, I'll give a countdown.
Alrighty.
Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so I'll talk quickly about the run itself, and then we can kind of just bounce around from there. So Bronze Cup is basically up through Chapter 4 of 10 chapters of the story mode, and it's the first major tournament of the game. Basically, this game is really long. So they introduced Bronze Cup as kind of like an attainable speedrun category, and I'm very thankful that they did that. Because it takes like an 8-hour speedrun and makes it kind of like a 2-ish hour speedrun. And this is the only time I cannot run in the game. So that is my least favorite part right there. But a little bit about the game. So this is a game based off the anime adaptation of a free-to-play mobile card game. I honestly didn't play the game or the main game or really watch the anime until I got into this game. I just really like this game because I love a good like single player card game. And honestly, I just love stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! And whatnot. And this just has like all the good like Saturday morning cartoon feels. So this game is just a giant cozy blanket for me. All right, so the first thing I did when I went to school is forget my phone. So I have to go back and get it. And I can't edit my options until I get my phone because that's where my options are. So I have to run all the way back. I'll update my settings, and then we're kind of off and running. And by that, I mean we will be sitting through like 10 minutes of tutorials. The most important key item of the game is your phone. All right. There's a lot of cool animations, and unfortunately I have to turn them off for the run.
We don't need to see that.
But if you play
fast, right?
I mean, this game doesn't really want you to go fast. You'll see frequently that I can't hit dialogue options until the game kind of catches up. So there's stuff like that. And it also won't let me try to skip ahead on turns or something in battles. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we mainly just have to go fast. So this is my first day in school. I just transferred here. And while I was running late and my friend Hero was trying to cover for me, the instructor was just like, "Oh, you're the new kid. Thanks for waiting outside until I introduced you." So it was kind of pointless. This is where I shock everyone by saying I don't know what Shadowverse is. And they are immediately going to take my phone and download the game onto it. And we're going to go into the first of 2 really long tutorials that I also can't mash through. So, School, if you kind of want to talk about these basic concepts as they pop up, by all means.
Yes, I will do my best. I have played 3 card games in my life, and this one is sort of similar to one that I have recently played that actually just released today. So, just some basic card info here. We've got green numbers, and those green numbers on the right-hand side of Star's screen, right next to the end turn button, are your play points. So I guess that coincides with the cost that you can that you can play cards with. The blue number is your attack, and the red number denotes your defense, which behaves similarly to, from my understanding, your HP, since you deplete the value of your defense value with each attack. Normal cards...
Why, you're seeing it right here.
Oh, I do see it.
There you go.
I think I'm Wait, I think I'm getting this. Okay, is there... Just for my own, do you have experience with other card games aside from Yu-Gi-Oh? Because this plays very different from Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've played a handful. But yes, it plays nothing like Yu-Gi-Oh. I've played Vanguard, Duel Masters. I don't know. If there's an anime for it, I probably played it.
I got you. Well, my first card game post Yu-Gi-Oh was Digimon, and it was the first time I had ever heard of summoning sickness, which is something that this game uses, right?
Yep, basically. The one thing I will call out, first of all, I can't skip these cutscenes, but also these cutscenes are cool. But also, they have these cool Shadowverse gauntlets. It's not as cool as a dual disc, but it is kind of cool. They never really use them, so you will see me challenge people, and I basically just kind of take my smartphone and shove it in their face. Despite the fact that we, have these cool gauntlets. Anyways, sorry, it's one of those things where I was I've played this game so many times, I'm wait a minute, why do they just hold their phones at each other?
They are really cool gauntlets.
They're really cool. It's not a dual disc, but it's you probably wouldn't bump into stuff.
Technology has advanced too far now that we have to use phones instead of dual discs. I think we should go back in time.
I would probably rather do a dual disc than a smartphone, but
Okay, but did you ever have the dual disc from the Walmart that would actually spin and collapse into your elbow?
Okay, but why does that sound
100%.
so cool? What do you mean?
Wait, Nichole, are you not aware of the dual disc in Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
And that sounds so cool.
You're gonna have to look up a picture, probably.
Well, I can try to describe it while you're doing all of the card game things. It is a gauntlet that looks like a giant pressure sleeve at first, and then it somehow digivolves into a 5-zone spiky disc thing that shoots outside of your arm.
Okay, this is getting better and better by the moment, actually.
And there's slots. There's 5 slots where you can put cards on top of them and there's slots where you can put 5 cards inside.
At my heart's command.
And there's also numbers, and it's sharp. This is, maybe I need to look up a picture of this.
It also shoots out a cool little, like in the anime, it shoots out like a cool little like projector to project the duels as well.
I'm so here for this.
I like that.
watch the Battle City arc of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I just
Here
think
we are playing Shadowverse talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! This is just like
I was
me
saying that
hosting.
exact thing.
It's like hosting your Digimon run talking about Pokemon the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like you can't play any card game without talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! At least once.
That's fair. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid, but I knew a lot about it because all the kids were obsessed with finding the dragon, was it the
Blue Eyes White
Blue
Dragon.
Eyes White Dragon?
Or School's Bane is what the ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon from Forbidden Memories.
Seto third, my worst enemy.
Yeah, there is no Seto third in this, thankfully. I may run into a brick wall at some point, but I assure you, you could use the tutorial deck to finish this entire run, and you can always continue every match, even when it's like, oh my god, this is the finals of the tournament, you can just kind of rematch. So. Alright, so we learned the basics, and now I'm forced to build a deck. And they give me a deck I can't make. So now they're gonna tell me all the various fun ways to acquire cards. Like purchasing them. But instead I'm gonna go straight into dueling my good friend. So this is the first actual match. Again, here they are like shoving their phones at each other. So before I had to follow for the tutorials, like I had to do exactly what they asked me. I messed up once and you heard them being like, no, go ahead, use this card. Now it is just, we are playing the game, so. So the opening class that we played, oh yeah, so you were paying attention to the tutorial, so now you know what Shadowverse is all about. I know you asked during the pre-show what it's about. That's what it's all about. So the first class we play is Dragoncraft. And basically the specialty of Dragoncraft is overflow. So on the left of my screen, you see a little chained up 5. Basically, once that counts down, I have overflow, which just gives me like extra abilities. And the whole thing with Dragoncraft is it's kind of like slow to start, but like the most powerful deck overall, because of course they have to make the protagonist of the anime have the like OP deck. So yeah, you just kind of build up over time and throw a bunch of like 10-point followers onto the playing field. It's pretty sick. Spoiler alert, this will also be the deck type I finished the run in. Alright, here, what are you doing to me? Giving me not a lot to work with. So in general, especially with the early game, the AI is not going to necessarily be that aggressive. So in general, I'm not going to bother attacking or getting rid of their followers, because I'd much rather attack them directly. Love trying to think a turn ahead when I had enough to finish the match. But basically, the general strategy is just going to be going all out offense until someone makes me pay for doing that. And we'll get there at about chapter 3. Okay, so now that we've defeated him, one of the ways that we can acquire cards is defeating someone in a duel, and you get drops. You can also go shopping.
Okay, it's shopping time. Ooh, check it out. That's one.
Go figure. One of the cards I needed is on sale. I should buy it.
Yippee.
You got your.
Yeah, I know.
Like there was only one. Okay.
Sold out though, so we need to buy a deck.
Your first pack's free.
That's convenient. It's free. Let's buy this card pack.
I love free.
Appreciate ya.
Oh my gosh, everything's working out right.
I know.
Sweet.
So
I
convenient.
got the exact cards I was missing. So it's time to build this deck.
Wait, is that scripted? I actually don't know.
That is scripted,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Code menu.
So I basically interrupted the tutorial because I would much rather get the battle in. Because you're forced to finish the tutorial one way or another.
Congrats! Once you made a new deck.
So you're kind of stuck. You don't really kind of... You can't bypass it, really. So it's easier to get the duel out of the way. But yes, that is predetermined so you can get this cool tutorial deck.
Okay.
So, now that I'm here and learned all about Shadowverse, Hiro and his friends want to revive the Shadowverse Club at the school. Because he hears there is a cool Shadowverse Club, but nobody knows where they are. It's super mysterious. Spoiler alert, it's because they were bad and disbanded.
Wait, this isn't a Shadowverse, like, dueling school?
No, this is just a high
It's
school.
just school?
Oh gosh, I almost bought the wrong thing. Yeah,
Oh.
this is not Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
I thought it was... Okay. I thought because everyone was so obsessed with it that it was like...
No,
Like a
this
duel
would be really
academy.
cool if this was like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I'd be like way into that. The rival school kind of is like a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX thing though, because they have like, of course, the like evil opposition school like has a team that is like hyper competitive and trains all the time.
Is their uniform color red?
Black and red, so you're close.
Oh my gosh. That's how you know.
Yeah. All right, there are set pickups in the game. Honestly, they take a really long time, so I only pick up certain ones. So if you see me passing them up, I'm doing it on purpose because a lot of them are just going to give you like badges or flair, icons, stuff like that, stuff you just don't need. Okay, so we ask around school about the club, and everyone's like, I don't know, what are you talking about? So we now bully our homeroom teacher into being our club advisor, which again I find odd because this is already an established club. But anyways, we are going to force him to be the advisor and tell him there's an open room by the science room. And he's going to be like, all right, cool, I guess I'll be your advisor. Leave me alone. I mean, Makase is really cool, so I can't throw too much shade. And before I go into the multi-purpose room, which is actually just the existing Shadowverse Club room, and that's just how important they are, I have to do my first deck build. So let me open up my card packs and see what I have to work with. All right. Yeah, they go out of their way to make you buy that card, and I immediately get rid of it. It's not very good. All right, so 37 out of 40 is not bad. Let's see what I can sub in.
Do you have to have a deck of 40? Is that required?
Yes,
Gotcha.
that silver is a decent pickup, so I'm willing to work with that. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that I didn't get any of the cards I would like for a Dragoncraft deck. That is actually kind of silly. So one of the main things that Dragoncraft can do that I don't think any other class can is they have the ability to like basically get empty play points so that you can kind of skip up. So instead of going from like 3 to 4, I could go from like 3 to 5. Because of most of their cards costing a lot, and I didn't get any of those cards to help me with that, so we're just doing that. Anyways, the person in the room is the president of the Shadowcraft, or the Shadowverse Club. Shadowcraft is a deck type. And this is the student council here to shut us down. So now we have to, much like someone saving the community center through dance, we're going to save the Shadowverse Club by playing a card game.
A children's card game.
Exactly.
Let's have a good match.
All right.
Well, you don't pick if you get to go first or second. You can't even rock, paper, scissors?
No, it's just random, and it is a real bummer.
Disband us already.
It is a distinct advantage actually to go second. And so anytime I go first, I am really bummed out. So the thing you can see is the little diamonds that are like empty right now. Since I went second, I have 3 of them compared to the person who went first has 2. So to compensate for the fact that you go second, they let the second player have an extra evolution, which is wildly broken to me, so I don't know why they do that. But they do. And evolutions are kind of how we push through this game. It basically lets you skip summoning sickness, as you would say. So you can summon and then evolve and immediately attack, and we use it a lot. Speaking of evolving, this is going to be like the main thing that we do. So certain cards have an effect that are triggered on evolution. So this lets me attack an enemy when I evolve. And so I'm just going to do that a lot. That's going to be this run, is finding cards, evolving them, and attacking the same turn. With the exception of cards that can either storm or rush, which basically just means that I do have a Dragon Oracle. They can either attack or directly attack the turn they are played. So if you see cards that have a kind of green outline, that means that you can attack the enemy leader. If they have a yellow outline, that means you can attack the opposing field, but not the leader. And no outline means they're out of turns or they can't act yet. Overflow is active, so I have a secondary ability to give me ward with that card. Kind of clutch just to kind of keep my defense up.
Raise your blade.
And that's going to be this match.
Don't.
Tougher than you look.
I just need to scroll my notes.
Good game.
So the one thing I will say, I mentioned it earlier, there is no game over state for this. So even if I lose a match, I will still get like money and experience, which will then give me more money to buy cards and unlock more cards in general. So there are a couple very, very difficult fights, and honestly, even with my PB, I take about like 3 losses. But the matches go super quick, so it's kind of easy to jump right back in.
What are these things that you're picking up? Are
The
they
data
like
boxes?
cards people are just like leaving on the floor?
It's data that I'm using with my smartphone to buy more game or buy more stuff in my free-to-play game, I guess. Yeah, this is their version of a treasure chest. Also, I've heard people explain this game kind of like it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! And like Persona. So very Persona-like is all the conversations happens via text. The other Persona-like thing is you'll see in Chapter 3, they have S-Links, and I get to spend basically all of Chapter 3 doing S-Links instead of doing anything else, so. I will get to explain all the fun character side stories when we get there.
Ooh.
Side stories, but required to advance the main story?
Only this initial time to kind of like tutorialize it. But yeah, it's similar that I have to do exactly one side quest.
Is that a periodic table? Is there actual learning happening at this school?
Yes, they are trying to actually learn things, and Hero just wants to play Shadowverse.
Just like
And I don't blame him, it's fun. I mean, we're next to the science room. So, you know.
There's content, there's curriculum.
Yeah, there are people like bettering themselves, and we're just playing Shadowverse.
Okay.
Okay, so I kind of skipped past this. The student council said they're going to disband us. The only conditions to keep the club around is to recruit 7 members to have a full team and to win nationals. We're going to do the first one. We're not going to do the second one.
This is Love Live School Idol, but with
Basically,
cards?
yeah. You know, the student council president doesn't like the idea of like not being the best, so the club just can't operate unless we are going to win nationals.
Is he going to be the lead singer? No, the
Yes, spoiler alert, the last member that joins the club is the student council president.
Oh my goodness, how anime could this get?
This is just 100% uncut anime.
Well, I did, when I was watching your run, you know, to like understand the game, because I've played Yu-Gi-Oh!, Digimon, and Gundam, which is just released. And they said, ready, set, and I said, go, and they said something Shadowverse. It really cannot get
Shadowverse
ranked.
Showdown.
That.
It was in the cutscene earlier. You gotta pay attention.
I wanted to say
We were
it
talking
with
about dual discs at the time, so I get it.
as it divulged to Yu-Gi-Oh! As it typically does.
Okay, again, I'm going to just repeatedly play this move. Dragon Warrior is kind of like one of our clutch cards with this deck. And it's just always going to be like safe to kind of clear the board. I didn't even explain the other classes that I was battling against. So I'll quickly go over to this one. This is Shadowcraft. Every class has a unique mechanic. Shadowcraft has necromancy, so the little count. So every time a card is destroyed, they gain a soul or a spirit. I forget what they call it. And you can spin that as a different currency. Oh, I thought I had enough. We're going to do the same move. Remember when I evolved my Dragon Warrior? I'm doing it again. But basically, they have like secondary abilities that they can use. Similar, like I have different things I can do in Overflow. They can do that with their necromancy. It's a lot of cards. When they die, they summon other cards and killing our cards to turn them into zombies. Fun fact, this used to be like the deck that was used in the world record route. And there are people on the leaderboard who still have used it. Granted, the leaderboard was not updated in several years, except for a month ago when I submitted my first ever run. So
It's good to see the game getting some love then.
Yeah.
yes, I am so excited that you have me here just so I can be like, more people need to play this game because it's fantastic.
Yeah, I have
I love
never
card
heard
games.
It's so good.
I love them so much.
I live by the sword.
Watch me, miss.
You know how like our phones listen to us and then you see stuff on like Facebook and Amazon? So when you brought Shadowverse into my life star, I just want you to know that like I see it everywhere. I went into the card shop the other day to get some Gundam stuff and I saw the Uma Musume Shadowverse deck and I almost bought it. I
I would have bought it. I wouldn't have been able to control myself. I'm going to be honest with you.
I honestly didn't know they made physical cards.
I did not either.
So that's really cool. I should go and buy some. All right, so this is the second. So again, we're trying to recruit people, so we're asking various first years. One of the responses when we were like, we should find new club members, one of the responses I could have picked was, let's ask some cats. There is a reoccurring bit in this game where there's just like, I don't know, the main character can always be like, I don't know, let's talk to some cats, or maybe a cat can help us. And I'm here to say, I'm for this.
That's great, actually. That's actually great.
I'm here for this pro-cat agenda. I'm not at all biased.
I third
Yeah,
this
me
since
neither, for
Nichole
sure.
also- yes, I third this.
Zombies feeling hungry.
Me and my 8 billion cats over here.
Still in your lap.
I'm hiding in my
No.
office away from my cats.
Aww. Maella decided to curl up next to me in her little like bed, and she's just sleeping. And it is the cutest thing in the world, I would have to dare to say.
Wait, that's it? I like it. Give me that.
Sorry, this game involves a lot of mental math, and I'm terrible at mental math. So like every now and then, I'm like trying to count how much damage I can do or how much potential damage they could do.
Oh, you're so fine.
Basically, my math teacher in elementary school told me I will use math all the time, and I said no, I won't, and I was wrong.
Ooh.
I regret my words and deeds.
I was squinting and looking at cards in hand for her because she has so many. And I almost
Yes.
thought she cheated. Is there draw
You can
power
have
in this game?
yes. So decks have to be exactly 40. You cannot do. I know Yu-Gi-Oh! You can kind of like fudge around a certain number. You do have to have 40, but draw decks are a thing. My Forest Craft deck is a draw deck. Draw decks are really, really fun. If it was not the slowest way to play this game, I would use a draw deck. And actually, for the last fight, again, I am drawing cards I don't need to use. Spoilers again for the last fight. We basically try to have the opponent run out of cards, which is why we swap deck types to just be really tanky and have them run out of cards.
Do you get extra points for milling them out? Because it's like styling on them?
I wish, but no. You just it's just like that. I'm gonna bring it back. It's just like that episode of Yu-Gi-Oh where the you play the Slifer the Sky Dragon and make them
In the revival
the
jam?
blob. Yeah, it's just that. So your opponent's just kind of stunned and drawing at nothing, is what I'm saying. All right, so speaking of cutscenes I can't skip, I also cannot skip the little introductions every time I enter a new zone. Also, this is the last Shadow Vendor drop besides card packs. So I already bought a Blood Wolf. I'm also going to buy an Alucard. They're kind of cornerstones to the deck I run with, and they are not guaranteed drops. So this is the way we guarantee we at least have one of each in our final deck. Because it's kind of like our most important early game card and our most important late game card, or late in a match. But yeah, you're getting to see this cool like future city filled with ads about Shadowverse as we make our way to the Shadowverse Stadium.
You can just buy
This
cards
is
anywhere.
completely normal. Yeah, it's completely normal. Yeah, you know, don't you have a Shadow Vendor?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound ominous at all or anything. Yeah, I cannot skip any cutscenes if they are in game. I can only skip the animated cutscenes. But this is Alice. Alice is an idol, and also a Shadowverse pro. But her manager wants her to only play cute cards because she is cute. But she actually prefers playing Shadowcraft because she thinks zombies are cute. But anyway, she's sneaking out so she can have some fun instead of having her manager harass her.
I can be such a klutz.
And actually, in this little bit here, when the manager comes and asks, I do literally have to stop and say, I don't know where she is. If I accidentally button through it, she'll be like, oh, she's here. And then it kind of makes me like repeat this. So there's a lot of that in this game of like, you could easily just click the wrong button, do the wrong menu, and you have to repeat a bunch of stuff. So I kind of have to pay attention to what I'm doing. But yes, I can't imagine who that person was at all. I don't know. Anyways.
I can't stop thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Love Live in this. It's just both things.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, you gotta have your pop idols who also play your card game.
But she's like actually an idol versus like a girl who
Yes.
thinks that she is, but she's actually not.
Yeah, she is an idol who loves playing Shadowverse. This is Mai. She's kind of like the I don't know, like she's like the assistant in the card game or in the mobile app. And so they put her in this game, and I'm glad because Mai is wonderful and I love her. And so she's going to make us do a side quest. So our president is too scared to go and look at the arena. So we're going to scout ahead for him. And so all I have to do is talk to this person and then go back. And that's the one and only side quest I will do in this run. Other than, like I said, there is kind of an equivalent to social links, and I will do those. But as far as side quests, that's it. They give us some cool cards that we also will not use. That is the tutorial on side quests. Now, remember how we were recruiting people? Now we are going in and recruiting our first new member to the club. But first, I'm gonna get ready for my first, second deck build.
Are you familiar with
Appreciate ya.
the mobile game at All Star?
I've played a little bit of it, and the new version that just came out, like Worlds Beyond or something like
I
that.
saw that.
See,
Someone is
I told-
asking
It's
if it includes all the cards from the mobile game. Up
no,
to
definitely not. Definitely not. No. So this also doesn't include one of the classes. So Portalcraft doesn't exist in this. This is the base game and 2 expansions, like Darkness Unleashed and Rise of Bahamut, I think, are the 2 extra sets. And this run also only includes the base set.
I gotcha.
I would probably not know what to do with myself if I actually had to consider using the entire, every single card that is in here. Wow, 3 Blood Wolves is a heck of a start. I'm gonna get rid of these.
I just
Might
see
keep
pretty
that
cardboard.
later. I mean, it's pretty digital cardboard. So you're not that far off, really. Our boy. Get rid of that. Oh, there's a Gilgamesh already. I'm gonna tempt fate and use that because I used it in my practice run and I ended up liking it. So,
You're
and
already
then for safety, I'm gonna keep 1 Angelic Sword Maiden in my deck. But other than that, I think I'm gonna roll with this.
you're inspiring people to play Shadowverse already, Star. We have people
go.
looking at the mobile game.
I would say look at this game, please, because it's wonderful. But yes, I'm excited that people are willing to check this out. And if you want to know about the mobile game, I am unfortunately not an expert. But I can tell you this game goes on sale all the time. And I think full price right now, it's only $20.
Oh, nice.
And it does have online multiplayer. I can't imagine anyone would actually play it because it is such a small subset of cards.
Ready when you are.
But yeah, if you want to do that, by all means.
Cards.
I mainly only installed the mobile games so I could get the promo cards in this game. So,
Good reason.
which I don't have in my current deck. But yeah, I'm glad people are liking this. Legitimately, this game is fun. The anime is fun. Season 2 is literally like a Duelist Kingdom thing. It's great. The villain is basically Pegasus. They just need a Seto Kaiba. I think that's what they're really missing.
Would that be the president?
The president is kind of your Pegasus stand-in. Because it's the Genesis Corp president is kind of your Pegasus analog. And if we have time, I might try my hand at fighting him. We'll see. So this is one of the other main characters, Kai Ijun. He uses a runecraft deck.
Wait, that's it?
Our swords
This is the main card I need to watch out for. And this is why.
only the just stand
Oh.
victorious.
He plays, it's weird because he will actually play, like, Earth Sigil cards without having any Earth runes in his deck. So it's a little weird, but he mainly plays Spell Boost, which every time you play a spell, you'll like trigger an effect for a card in your hand, and that could be making it stronger or lowering its cost. So that card that I told you that I was like worried about, that card gets stronger. It's a +1/1 every time you cast a spell. So I've had NPCs just randomly drop it on me, and it's like a 9/9. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm dead. So, runecraft decks can be like sneakily scary.
Maybe this is Seto Kaiba. Since Seto likes to drop Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on us.
He is very condescending, like a Seto Kaiba. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what the Yu-Gi-Oh analog would be, and I'm not quite sure. There is gosh, I just, this is when I'm like, oh, I just want to like go in and show you the late game. There is 100% like a Rex and Weevil analog, and my head canon is that they're dating, and I refuse to hear otherwise. Because they are just always together all the time. And there's a bit where you get to go to like a nightclub, and they just have like a private room together. I'm like, oh, they're having a date.
They're just playing card games.
What do you do on dates? That's what I do on dates.
That is
Yeah.
actually what I did like yesterday with my girlfriend. We were playing Gundam together. Which I'm actually finding has, as I'm watching you and learning about the game from you, has a lot of similarity to this actually.
All right, and that was kind of our like boss for chapter 2. So I would say we're racing through this, but also like at least 60% of this run is just chapter 4.
Just say you're killing it. Just say you're killing it.
This has been going fairly smooth, so I will take it. We've had some good drops, so I've had a good early deck to start with. But yeah, here I am showing. I bring him home like a lost cat, keeping the cat analogs going. But yeah, now we are up to 6, and all we have to do is get a 7th. And if that wasn't abundantly clear as to what we do, the name of the chapter for chapter 3 makes it very clear what the objective is. But first, we have a fun little text combo. I love all the little stickers and stuff. I want to steal them because they are so good. And like everybody, of course, like has the stickers for their deck. And Mimori is obsessed with Alice and will post Alice stickers too, which is just delightful. Anyway, here's chapter 3, the 7th member. And as you guessed the twist, like 2 seconds into the run, School, the last person who joins is the student council president.
Thank you, School Idol Anime. Thank you.
Yeah. If there is an anime trope, this game does it.
Is there friendship?
Yes, there is a lot of heart of the cards in this. The one thing I will also say, I love that you do not have to mash or anything in this game. You can just hold down R and it skips through everything like this. It's very convenient.
That is so nice.
I'm looking for the toast. The like single
Also,
piece of toast.
Yeah. There is no run out the door with the toast. You're right. That is sadly missing. But we did have Hiro like taking off from class before the bell even rings, which is also a good trope. And I feel like everybody has that friend who is like ready to go. It's like that last day of school. It's summer, and they just like peace out before school even ends. But yeah, that's Hiro. He just has to make it to Shadowverse Club. and is just constantly dueling everyone, which I guess is what you would do as a club. But since we're terribly disorganized and Hero should not be allowed to lead anything, Kai kind of just takes over. So now we're doing Operation Pop. School, what do you think Operation Pop is?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to prove in my head somehow. I can't prove it yet, but I swear that one of those characters is an Uma Musume.
That very well might be true.
One of these characters is a horse.
Well, remember how I had to do all my social links? That's because Operation Pop is promote our popularity. And weirdly, it's just talking to the people who are already in the club. So now we're going to do everyone's S-links. So Kai's is a mystery. And it is who broke the vase. So we have 3 culprits in the room. And so I'm going to have to go and collect evidence. So I have to click on everything and also talk to everyone to get their alibis. So that is all the evidence. And I talk to everyone else. Everyone seems oddly suspicious. All right, so we have now made a deduction. Do you know who the culprit is?
That should
You?
No.
It's a cat.
right.
Oh my. That's so believable too.
This is the best outcome, actually.
I will say it makes sense if you actually play through it and don't skip through all the dialogue, because like there's a collar here and there's scratch marks everywhere and there's fur are the evidence you find. So, and they just wanted to hide a cat in their club room.
It's them.
Honestly, same.
There is another S-link, speaking of tropes, where you stay in the school overnight because you think it's haunted, and it's just someone put in the art room like a cover over a bust they were working on, and they all just think it's a ghost.
I love that for them.
All right, so that's Kai's side quest done. We're now going to do Mimori's. I honestly forget. Like, Kai legitimately, I think, wants to be a detective, so that is why, like, we are investigating. He does, like, a bunch of, like, reading, like Sherlock Holmes stuff. Mimori wants to have more confidence, because she wants to be cool like her idol, Alice. So we go and play some Shadowverse to boost our confidence. But instead, we're going to go get dinner, because you deserve a treat sometimes. So we just go on a nice little date to go to the cafe, get some parfaits. I encourage her to order more. Like a good friend, I'm an enabler.
Same.
And then she will get recognized by the nice old lady in the back who is casting a play and remembers when Mimori was like an actor in like a neighborhood play. And is like, oh my god, you'd be perfect for the role of the princess in this play. So her whole story is like putting on the play. It's really sweet. Mimori is nice and we should protect her. All right, so that is hers done. We don't have to duel or do anything. We just had to go eat some parfaits, which is pretty good. For Kazuki's quest, first of all, I'm going to get a couple of pickups because I'm in a new area. He wants to kind of like basically make the park a cool place to hang out and play Shadowverse. So like there's a bunch of kids here and he's kind of like being a mentor and also like trying to keep ruffians away. So he's just kind of like way into supporting his local park, which I'm cool with. So we're gonna go and find someone to play against, and I specifically go up against this polite girl because it's a fairly good matchup. It is another Runecraft spell boost deck, but generally I can kind of blow through this one pretty quickly.
You're really doing this, huh?
I'm going to redraw my entire hand because I'd much rather would have followers. Yeah, a lot of... oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering, is this like format like more Duel Linksy, rather than whatever the actual like physical card game, how that's played?
So this is not a giant diversion from like the actual game. So it is not a Duel Link, or it is not like the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, which ignores the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh. This is following the rules pretty well. And it is kind of your typical like 5-lane game, so you can have a maximum of 5 followers on the field, but you don't place any cards down, so there is no notion of like I'm going to put a trap card and face down. You just have spell cards, and if you play them, you play them. But in the tutorial, they were showing off amulets, and that's kind of like a field card, I guess, is like the analog, or like a continuous spell in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Only the just stand victorious.
Speaking of spells, I'm going to go ahead and use that because that is a scary card to look at. So, yeah, this is pretty close to what the real thing is. And then they just introduced the Worlds Beyond, or whatever the new version is, and that has a bunch of new mechanics that obviously is not in this like 5-year-old game. Speaking of having spell cards ready, hello Flame Destroyer, goodbye Flame Destroyer. I do not want to go against you. But yeah, it's a pretty close analog. There is no like Duel Links-ish nature to this.
Gotcha. I think I'm just dumbfounded by the 3 cards to start. I mean,
oh yeah, it's like a small starting hand.
Just thinking about like in Gundam and Digimon, we have memory and resources that are similar to your green play cost.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine drawing 3 cards and seeing huge cost things and then mulliganing and then basically saying the same thing. It looks like you're pretty consistently finding low cost stuff to play out and kind of rush your opponent with.
Yeah, so when I'm doing my deck builds, I'm purposely trying to build a very low cost deck. And that is also the like push and pull of the deck that's used for the speedrun. I am basically hoping that a match doesn't go too long because I don't really have any strong cards in my deck. So the goal is just to rush them down before they can do anything else.
It's chilly here.
Speaking of rushing, just summoned a bunch of cards in one turn. Is that against the rules?
That is a very common thing for Runecraft. So Summon Snowman is a spell boost card, and every time you spell boost it, you can summon one more snowman. And so you can easily summon 5 with that, but they're all 1/1s. When we eventually fight against Fairycraft, they do something very similar, but they get tokens that are just 1/1 fairies.
I honestly just wanted to say that.
If we have time, we will perhaps duel against someone who does cheat. And they do indeed very much cheat. I skipped very quickly through. So this game likes to dunk on Kazuki, and I am here to support my lovely himbo. And so they show him losing to that little girl, because the joke is he is so bad he would lose even to a little girl. I will say, no, he is great. And also that little girl is very scary. We will see her in the Bronze Cup finals. And hopefully not lose to her. She is a bit of a run killer.
We just saw more anime trope.
Yeah, don't worry. If you hadn't figured out that Kagura is the last person and is the mysterious masked duelist going around school, don't worry, they're going to tell you like 3 more times overtly before we get there. All right, so we are doing Heroes S-Link, which is helping this old man pick up flyers that flew away. So we just go and collect these.
I'm still
There's
thinking
3 of
about,
them.
it's like a little unclear to me if your character picked her up and then put her in the nurse's bed herself.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of adults at the school, so probably.
Where?
Spoiler alert, the kind old man is actually Hero's grandfather. So they kind of use his S-Link as the since he's the main character of the anime, they kind of use his S-Link as the, like, hey, let's tell you kind of the backstory of actually the anime itself. He is your Yugi analog, and instead of a Millennium Puzzle, he has a really cool secret tech smartphone. I don't know what is good about it other than that it's red, and he had a bunch of, like, broken cards pre-installed.
More of a
So
reason
I guess he kind of cheats.
for us to go back in time. We need to go back in time. The ancient, the big artifacts cannot be phones. They have to go back to being like.
No, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to have something cool like that. But no, instead it's like, I want to say they call it like a prototype of like a smartphone that was like never released before, if I like remember the anime correctly. And then his cool dragon card, which is his like signature card, is like pre-installed on it for some reason. They tell us to go to the stadium entrance, but you can just warp straight to the lobby. And we are going to track down the mysterious Mass Maestro, who's the hot duelist, who is not at all the student council president. Looks nothing like her at all. Is wearing a Tensei Academy uniform. Can't imagine what's happening. Anyway, stranger danger. I literally don't remember the context of why you duel Seiya, but anyways, we've been fighting against C rank people. Here's Seiya. He's master rank.
Oh.
He's kind of the first really hard fight, but he kind of sandbags. The unfortunate part here is that even if he's not going to like rush you down and beat you, he will drag out the fight a really long time. So, yeah. Well, he has a very defensive deck, and he uses, he's runecraft and uses earth sigils. So you'll see him summon cards and then summon little, like, earth amulets onto the field and then consume them. And it's a pain. Very defensive deck. Lots of wards. And then his signature card is the Great Magician, which, going back to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like that one duel where the guy has the card that can do like the little magic box and trade places.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically just that. So if he evolves that card, he will banish a card on my side of the field. And if he has an Earth Sigil, like that card there, he can exchange that to not only banish that card, but then summon it again on his side of the field and control it. And that's a bummer, and I don't want to see that happen.
But since he's such a higher level than us right now, is this a scripted, like, can we lose this?
Try this on for some.
You can very much lose this, yes.
Like, on purpose, though, and then everything is still cool?
No, you do.
Oh.
You have to win this match.
Oh, okay.
So, he is not using... So everyone's deck gets better over time, so he's obviously not using his absolute best deck, but he is definitely better than the folks we've been going against previously. He's just not very aggressive. He plays incredibly passively. So you don't really have to worry too much going against him. It's not what I wanted to do, but I need to take down because, yeah, a 7-3 is mighty scary. So I'm gonna evolve my Nightmare to do a quick trade.
You won't wake up. Now close your
And we are getting up close to when he will be able to play a signature card, and there is an Earth Sigil. Speaking of which,
Welcome to the greatest show.
so yeah, if he evolves that card, he will banish it and then add it to his side of the field, so I get rid of it. Don't worry, he has like 3 copies of it. Every like major character is guaranteed that like they magically always have their signature card in their hand, and they will always try to play it as soon as possible, even if it is not a good time to play that card.
Card game NPCs are always cheaters, aren't they?
I was like, they're always top decking. You cannot escape it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I need the health. But I've gotten over like most of the scarier bits. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these because I want to keep my other cards alive. But yes. Now I'm in a place where things aren't too nasty. He has some really good spells that can kind of clear the field. But he can kind of rush things, which you saw. He just throws out really big defensive cards and doesn't really attack too much. So I've gotten through most of the scarier bits.
And only 2 cards in hand. What else could he possibly do?
Don't worry, he has, 3 great magicians in his deck, so it's in there somewhere. So I'm gonna do this to get rid of you. So this is Alucard. It's a crucial part of our deck because he has a Storm, so it can attack immediately after being summoned. And then if we're low on health, it'll also heal us. Speaking of running low on cards, I'm gonna throw out some wards to kind of keep myself in this. But with only 9 health left, and I still have 14, I'm still in an okay shape. Did I mention he plays incredibly defensively? Alright.
And he has that ward card, so you have to attack that first, huh?
Yes. You cannot attack any other followers, and you cannot attack the leader until a ward is defeated. And now I'm out of cards, so I'm hoping that's okay, and then he just passed, so GG, I guess. Alright, so next up is going to be the dramatic showdown with Kagura. Don't worry, we have like a ton of skipping to get there, so there's still time. Chat, if you weren't sure if she was the Masked Maestro, you have time to come to that conclusion as well. But then that will be kind of the boss fight, and it's kind of the like one of 2 hardest fights in this run, and it's the end of chapter 3. So I know we usually take breaks, so as long as we're good timing wise, I think we can take a break after we get through that fight. I don't have a timer up or anything, so.
Yeah, we can definitely do that if that works out for you.
All right, so we will go back to school. They're all, I love Kazuki, the you know it, all caps. They are now convinced. They saw the Masked Maestro in person. They had a Tensei uniform. They know they have to be somewhere in this school. So we are now going to desperately ask around to find who it could be. And yes, we will literally go around and keep asking until eventually I will tell them, hey, I think I might know who it is.
They have to be doing this on purpose. There's no way. She didn't even change her hair.
Again, this has got the like Saturday morning cartoon vibes, but now's the time we put it all together. The pin, the hair, the everything. So anyways, we're gonna go to the student council room now. Why we go there, I have no idea. So since first time we're here, I'm gonna grab a couple of drops. And I did put a couple of defensive cards in my deck because Kagura is mean and will bully us. So I kind of wanted some safety in my deck. Are you sure? So this is like a rare instance where like the game every now and then will give you that like, are you sure you want to go forward? If I lose, I'll just rematch, but they still are like, hey, maybe you want to like edit your deck? But yes, I'm now challenging her, calling her out on being the Masked Maestro and saying you will join the Shadowverse Club. And so we'll get another cool cutscene that we can't skip. And remember their like dual gauntlets that they had that looked super cool?
You've made
What
the
if
point
instead
clear.
you just dramatically
That being
pointed
said-
phones at each other?
Have a will of my own.
That's this generation, I suppose.
And that will is unwavering.
They will never know
You
the
think you
coolness
have what it takes to change my
of the dual
mind.
discs.
Then prove it to me right now.
Like, I love that they just like brandish their phones at each other. It's like you can't even play. Like, you know, I don't know. It's silly.
You know, they could at least
Again,
ride
they have a
motorcycle.
cool. Don't get me started on card games on motorcycles. Or rush duels that I don't think I've ever learned.
An option.
All right. I wasn't paying attention. Am I going first or second?
You're second.
Oh, bless. Okay, so, yes, this is legitimately an incredibly hard fight, and going first is a major disadvantage. On the third turn, she will play her signature card, which is Holy Saber.
To the Lord's
Holy Saber has a ability that kind of like guards, like it's not a ward, it literally just makes it so you don't, it doesn't take damage. And it will guard all of the cards, but it only comes into play.
shall bring salvation.
Speaking of a lot of text, it only comes into play if your opponent has more play points than you. Since I went second, I'm guaranteed to have at least the same or less than her. So that effect never activates. If I was first, it's guaranteed to always activate, which then makes dueling her a massive pain. Because, for instance, if I were to attack right now, I would deal 1 less damage if that effect was active. So she could she'll go and just pick off all of your like 1/1s, and you do no damage. So, and that effect can also apply to any card that's on the field when she plays. So she can just kind of stack the deck and just ruin you. Though we are not out of the woods yet. So she plays Havencraft, which is unique because you don't necessarily play followers. Instead, you have these countdown amulets. You can see that countdown happening. And so they're generally kind of slow because you have to wait for the countdowns to count down. But the thing is, they can do stuff like that. So I just need to be ready to react to like a bunch of like 4/4, 6/6. Like she can even throw out like an 8/8. And has a bunch of cards that make her countdowns go faster. So it is a bit of a rough situation.
Isn't demonic armor lovely?
So I'm just willing to eat the damage to do this. I'm putting myself in critical HP by doing that. But I just need to clear the field desperately. It's very easy to get overwhelmed by the number of cards that she has. But since I am in like a near critical HP, if I go back down to 10 HP,
Heaven's decree will be enacted.
I will get the secondary effects. Also, not having to deal with that card is
Joy and
incredible luck. So, school, I don't know what you did to give me this sort of luck, but thank you.
I'm just staring. I like how close it is. It does feel, I mean, we keep talking about this, but very anime because your opponent
Yes.
had just one more LP than you did just a second ago, and it is very close.
The swings in this game are like part of the reason I love it, because you can just go from like, you know, complete control of the board to like being down for the count so easily. But yeah, that card that you saw that was like super shiny, that card's effect is when it comes into play, gives an ally +4/4. So imagine one of those tigers already evolved and ready to attack. She could hit me immediately with like a 10/10. And typically that card comes into play while there's plenty of other followers, and I just get destroyed. Instead, This is a first attempt Kagura. I have not done that in a long time.
Wow. Nice job.
Nice. Good job.
All right. Do we want to go ahead and count into a break?
We can
Or do
absolutely.
you want to keep rolling for a little bit?
Depends on your pace. What's your pace like? Are you?
Usually this is kind of close to the halfway point of the run.
Like,
If
are
we
you
just
on
wanna get
PB
to-
pace?
I have no idea what time it is. I have a timer going. But I don't want to look either. I'm nervous. School just needs to lie and say I am at PB pace at all times.
I think everything is going great. I'm sitting
Yeah,
here, I'm
everything's
having
going
a
great.
time.
We were planning on breaking between the games, so if things are going great, feel free to keep trucking.
All right. Well, let's roll straight through then. So we that was basically the end of chapter 3. We're getting our little like summary. And now we will go into chapter 4. The Battle for Bronze, or as I like to call it, basically the entire speedrun. So much like we have kind of like a boss every chapter,
It's happening, guys.
that is kind of the new baddie that we're setting up, who is the phone snatcher. So somebody's been going around challenging people to Shadowverse duels, beating them and stealing their phones. So we have to stop him. And spoiler alert, you fight him in the Bronze Cup. People are being mean to our lovely student council president, so I'm defending her honor by playing Shadowverse. It's really the main conflict resolution method at this school.
Wow, this kid does a lot of things. He was a soccer game captain. He's in the student council. You see him everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like they only have a couple of character models and they only have a couple of voice actors. That's why I keep hearing like, oh, that's him again, huh?
I do appreciate how, like, when you play cards, there's like a little voice line for each of them.
I don't appreciate that personally because I've played a couple hundred hours of this game and you get tired of hearing the same voice lines over and over again, and there is no option to turn them off.
That is so fair.
But if you happen to follow the voice actor Songwon Cho or ProZD, he has a famous YouTube video that is a promo for this game, where literally he complains about the voice lines in the game and perhaps how they sound really bad out of context. So if you want a funny bit to watch that is Shadowverse related, you can just look up ProZD Shadowverse. And if you're wondering, that is a real card that he is parroting, and it is also in this game and might pop up in the run, and I will laugh if it does.
My beauty. Hey, how classy.
But other than that, I don't want to call attention to it. But yes, after playing this for so long, you just get used to hearing all the same things
Let's
over and over
go.
again. Yeah. You hear a lot of Gobby's feeling hungry.
I live by the sword.
I have heard this one a lot. Okay, I'm getting a little tired of that one.
Yeah, some of them are not my favorites.
I favor
So,
my
you know.
blade and myself. Take that.
This wasn't worth it.
All right. So normally in that situation, I would Crimson Purge, but I kind of want to save it. He has a strong card that comes out around like turn 7 or so, and I wouldn't know whether or not I would have it. And I'm also nervous about my health getting too low too fast. So I was willing to trade an evolution there to just do a quick attack. Shoot. I'm gonna play a little safe.
I won't lose again.
So this is the yeah. So speaking of a strong card, what I was afraid of, he has a Silverbolt in his deck as well as that. What are you called? Fairy Beast. And that basically means he can deal a ton of damage, and heal for a ton. So he will overwhelm you very quickly. And then the AI is generally not super aggressive, but if the AI knows that they can kill you that turn, they will do it. So if it's ever mathematically possible, within reason, because every now and then they do make a bad play, which thankfully. So there will be frequently times where I'm playing against them and I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing pretty well, whatever. And I think a silver bolt deals 7 damage, which is a lot. And I'm just not paying attention. I have like 7 HP left, and then just he plays 1 card and it's game over. So I am honestly desperately trying to stay in this fight. And this is exactly what I wanted to see. Thank you. The unfortunate thing with Bloodcraft is a lot of my cards damage me when I play them because I want to be in critical health to have better effects. But it's not great when you have opponents that can just do a bunch of burst damage. Alright, another good draw. Thank you. So this will give us a heal and another attack. Unfortunately, this is not someone that's just going to run out of cards in our hand. And remember when I said we don't necessarily have strong late game cards? This dual dragging out is not the greatest for me.
I believe.
This is like my watching too much GDQ. I'm just like, do you have any donations to read while I'm desperately hoping?
Have I got news for you? Our Hotfix summer merch collection is live. If you're a Hotfix fan, make sure to head over to theyeti.com/GDQ to check out our brand new Hotfix shirt, keychain, and sticker pack. But also, Games Done Quick will be returning to PAX West from August 29th to September 1st. Submit your runs by July 27th for a chance to showcase your run live in Seattle. Selected runners will receive an event badge. You can visit gdq.gg/submit for more information.
All right, I just had to reset. If I played anymore, I was gambling all in that draw and didn't draw what I wanted. But thank you. I appreciate you helping to fill some of that dead air as I was like trying to do math.
No, do your math. I've got more stuff for more math.
Yeah, typically my lovely notes say don't let this match go beyond turn 7. So seeing as we went like well into like turn 10, that did not quite go as planned.
It's got to
Sometimes
happen
the
at
cards
least
are cruel.
a couple of times in a card game, right?
Like I said, my PB has about 3 losses, and usually for a run I have about 5. Most matches are super quick. So it's one of those things where it's like, even after like a minute, I'm like, oh, I've lost and I can just reset. But you can see, like, I lost, I just hit the rematch button and I just keep going. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I mean, you get money and experience just for every match, even if you lose. So then I get to say, if I lose a bunch, I get to be like, oh, I have quite a bit of money for this last shop. So there's that at least. But honestly, this has been going like super smoothly, so no complaints here.
I'd love to see it.
The forest abandoned me.
All right. This opponent has Strike, so they actually will get a 1/1 fairy every time they attack. Normally I try to destroy it before it gets an attack off, so that's a bit of a bummer. And usually why I save one of my Crimson Purges for.
Better than in the cradle.
But the early game for this fight is going much better compared to last time. As you can see, I already have him down to 7, but let's say in 2 turns, he will probably give himself a nice, huge heal. So there's that.
Maybe this
Since
is
that, there are some vibes for sure. Since he did have a ward out, I had to attack. So was willing to spend an evolution there to kind of push through that. And I'm not going to use my second right there. So since I'm threatening, I have enough to defeat him. Okay. Are you going to not prove my point? I was going to say, normally they will immediately start attacking your followers to prevent you from being able to defeat them.
Rude.
There it is. Okay. I was like, this is going a little too smoothly. But I am actually good if... There we go. Because I have a card that can Storm in my hand. So remember how I said Storm is super important? It's because you can attack directly after playing.
Boom.
So a lot of my late, like all of my expensive cards in my deck are all cards that either Storm or Rush. So it's kind of like dealing as much damage in that early game and then kind of bursting out like anywhere between like 5 and 10 damage in that kind of like last turn or two. So that second match was kind of how that one usually should go.
Did she turn around and say something along the lines of, it's not like I asked you to do that for me?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh my God.
Amazing. I love that.
It's like, I don't need you to protect me. We were just defending her honor.
I am going to buy this game immediately after this.
Yeah, I know. I kind of
Please
want to
do,
buy
it's
this
great.
game as well.
So I love that. So Hero is super anxious that we didn't make it there in time. He was worried something might have happened. And so to calm himself down, he demanded to duel us, and we had to remind him we had other things to do.
Buddy, we're busy.
It's like, I know you want to play the card game. All right, so we are now kind of getting into like the meat of the run here. So we are going to try to enter the Bronze Cup. And she's going to be like, well, actually, in order to qualify, we first have to be B rank. So we are currently C rank. And so I will now have to get enough points to rank up from C to B. I will have to do a trial and then finish that by then actually entering the tournament. So in order to kind of like speed things up, I'm going to duel people that are a little higher rank than me so that I can kind of bypass some of the triggers, because kind of like the Persona games, you see how it has like daytime, nighttime stuff. It's going to force another day of school based off of the number of rank points I get. But by having kind of like skipping all the way past that halfway point, it won't necessarily stop us. And so we're going to have like kind of 2 story elements happen at the same time. And that just saves us like 1 day of in-game time. So this is our first B rank opponent. And it is another Havencraft player. They're not as scary as Kagura, but I've also lost to her plenty of times. Unlike Kagura, though, it's usually a situation of if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose pretty darn fast. So it's at least easy in that regard.
It's amazing to me that they didn't just let you enter the tournament after you beat someone who was like ranked master or something.
You know, if only I was getting rank points this entire time, because all I am is just dueling like I would normally would. And you get more points based off of your opponent's rank. I probably would have gotten a lot for defeating a master, but unfortunately the mechanic didn't open up until just now. So now I have to go back and duel everyone again.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of big swings, here you go.
Calm thy fears, lost ones.
So personally, if we have the time for me to kind of do some showcasey stuff afterwards, I play Havencraft. So this is a Havencraft deck, and it is like the epitome of just wild swings. So it's just these moments of like,
Now clue.
it's like the SpongeBob meme where he's just like sitting there like twiddling his thumbs and like concentrating really hard. It's like that. You're just waiting until your moment, and then like all your cards count down at the same time, and you suddenly have like 5 followers that are like 6/6, and then you just smash your opponent, and you just pray you don't get absolutely destroyed before then. All right, so I threw out my own wards just because I am in a corner here. This is where I'm saying that it's really hard to go up against some of these Havencraft decks. So don't mind me. I'm going to be trying to dig out of this for a minute.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, you're totally fine.
I've been struggling to do very basic math at my own locals. In Gundam, we have cards very similar to this where we say it's maybe like 4/4 for attack, 4 defense. And we can attach certain cards to add literally like 1 or 2 points. And myself and my opponents all struggle subtracting 1 from 4 sometimes, so.
Listen, sometimes it's
see,
hard.
I didn't do the math. Do you play, I know you play like Yu-Gi-Oh games, but I don't know if do you play the physical card game?
I did.
I'm done for.
Because that, I literally, I think it ages me a little bit because it's pre-smartphone, but when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh competitively, I literally would have like scrap paper and a calculator with me.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't figure out this math. We have 8,000 life points. I don't know. This is too much.
But now we struggle with 3 and 4 and 6 and
+1/1. What does that mean?
that's what age does to us, I guess.
Okay, remember how you're talking about like, oh, I was drawing just the right cards? This is an example of just not having anything. Granted, your opponents will run into it too. And you will also have people that just purposely don't have like much of an early game.
Well, your NPC, like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, for example, we can kind of tell what the NPC is going to do based off of things that's on its field or actions that we perform. Is there anything that kind of hints at what they might do next? For you?
There is nothing necessarily like deterministic, but having played this and seeing their deck, I have an understanding of what they're generally going to do. So, like, it's very clear to tell, like, when a Runecraft player is spell boosting. Like, when they're throwing out a bunch of, like, 1 play point spells that seems to be for, like, no real benefit. It's just because they're clearly spell boosting. And so it's like, oh, they probably have a Runeblade Warrior, or they have, like, a Flame Destroyer in their deck. And they're trying to boost it or something. So you'll have some of those. But there is, like, nothing specifically deterministic. And then the like main characters, like I told you, they always have their signature cards. So that's how I was able to call out. I'm like, okay, Seiya on turn 6 is always going to play as Great Magician. So you have those moments too. So it's kind of easy to kind of tell where some of them are going.
It's very interesting.
But also, since the decks are automatically themed, so on like Yu-Gi-Oh, like you wouldn't know what type of deck someone has when you're playing them. This at least is something where it's like, okay, I know they have a Havencraft deck, so they're going to do certain things. They have a certain cards only they can use because you can only use cards for your class. So it gets a little bit clear, especially with like we're only playing with the base deck. We're not going to get super deep in the story. So it's pretty easy to kind of tell like what people are going to do and what strategies they're trying to employ. That said, during my stream yesterday, while I was practicing, I had a Runecraft opponent, and mind you, I don't know how many hundreds of hours and how many like practice runs I have done. They dimension shifted me, which is a 20 play point card that, as you might expect, is impossible to play normally because it requires you to spell boost its cost down to something that can actually be played because 10 is the max. It gives you an extra turn if you play it. They did that not only once but twice. And so I had a fight that I was like, okay, it's kind of neck and neck, but I think I might win this. And then they proceeded to take 3 turns in a row and destroyed me. So sometimes you just don't know what they're trying to do.
Always keep you on your toes then. That's what makes, I think, running such RNG-based games exciting, though.
Yeah. And, like, a big part of what I love about this is the fact that it is random. Like, I don't know what, like, cards I'm going to get. I don't know what specifically, like, my opponent's going to do, even if I know their deck. So there's, you know, it makes every run unique. It's a lot of fun. And then I get to complain about RNG and not skill for why I might have lost.
No, that's so fair, though.
It is, I agree.
RNG's tough.
Let's get these. Okay, that's a pretty good opening hand. Yeah, because I was trying to learn, I forget which Yu-Gi-Oh game it was, but I was trying to learn one, and I remember looking up a speedrun guide to it, and like the guide was like, you know, telling you like, oh, up, down, left. And I was like, what? And they're like, they had like a step guide figured out. They had like built the perfect deck. They've also determined like, oh, what RNG will determine like what cards get drawn if you, and so it's like, it was weirdly like 100% deterministic. And so like the skill of the speedrun was like, okay, can you execute it perfectly? And I was like, I like, it was the Simpsons meme of like, I walked in, I put my hat on the coat rack, I saw that speedrun guide, and I just grabbed that hat and I just walked out. All right, I don't want to play my... I didn't want to play my Wardrobe Raider early, so I was like, let's draw more cards. I still didn't draw what I wanted, so I drew more, and I still don't quite have what I want, so this is going super great. Okay. I'm gonna Razor Claw to clear the field, because I'm here to bully this man, or this woman, sorry, this polite girl. I believe this is her NPC name.
She looks like a flight attendant.
Oh my god, she does.
I can't unsee it now, yeah.
Bring me my cookie.
I would like a stroop waffle, please.
Oh my gosh, yes. She's here to tell you to keep your seatbelt buckled.
Oh my gosh. When I was on the plane to GDQ, I had my seat like the slightest centimeter reclined back, just for like an inch of comfort. And the flight attendant passed by me and she like tapped my chair and said, please put this back up. I'm like, how did you know?
Are you a wizard? What's going on? Flight attendants have it rough.
Oh, they do. Like this
well, they
one
keep
does.
failing their drug tests because they spend so much time high
Oh
in the air.
my gosh. Fired.
I was trying to get to a better punchline
Fired.
and
No,
I
that was
never
a really
did,
good
and
one,
I just
actually.
committed to it.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I think the punchline was they're high all the time, but you know, I guess I've told my wife that you know, dad jokes are gender neutral.
Oh, dad jokes are great in all situations, yeah.
And so I, you know, that is a true power, is to make someone groan regardless of gender.
I think lesbians use dad jokes more than dads do.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like that's earned.
They're right.
Yeah, the reason why I'm hesitating here is I'm at like critical HP, and like I said, a lot of my cards involve damaging myself. So I'm trying to be careful about like what I actually play, to not accidentally kill myself.
You're doing an excellent
because you can do that.
Like clearing her field, though.
This is your fate.
Yeah, so like a lot of my, like almost every card in my hand minus the Implanter would deal damage to me right now. So I've had to make some decisions, but we should be good as long as she ends her turn, which she does. There you go. Yeah, that one was a little hairy there. I usually want to hold on to a Crimson Purge specifically for her Flame Destroyer. Speaking of knowing deck patterns, That is a card that you can spell boost. It's a natural 7/7 that you can spell boost to essentially a 0 play points. So it's really scary when you go up against a spell boost deck that you see them using it a lot and not sure why they're not doing anything else. And then you can have up to 3 in your deck and suddenly, like, a Seto Kaiba moment, there's like 3 blue eyes staring you down. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of good drops, so my grandfather's deck has a lot of pathetic cards.
What? Your grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards, Star.
But it doesn't have... Now, wait, no, I'm a fake fan. What is it? Is it Dark Magician that he plays? Or no, it's Exodia.
He's like,
Duh.
oh yeah. I have it etched into my brain, like the exact tonality of Dan Green's voice.
It does have Exodia, the Forbidden One, and then Seto dies.
But this was back then when Dan Green didn't really have different voices for like Big Yugi and Little
Yami
Yugi.
and Yugi.
It wasn't as drastic versus like in episode 2 it suddenly changes dramatically.
Alright, so like the only speed tech in this game is this bit right here. So this is the story trigger to move on, and being halfway through the rank points kind of triggers that break. So we are forced to go here to the courtyard, which is kind of the tutorial area of the game. But since we have already kind of gone past that halfway zone, I can do two quick battles back to back. It won't cause the story to advance. And then I can talk to Hero to continue the main plot, and that way I will do the like rank B bit at the kind of the same time of me doing this bit where I'm trying to confront the phone snatcher. So all it does, like I said, is I skip like 1 day of like in-game time. Normally these would be kind of like 2 parallel stories that you're kind of like bouncing back and forth between. Because you get all your like fun little text messages from your buddies being like, how are your duels going? I have this many rank points. And you just kind of get a text being like, oh, I already have all of mine.
So it's Duelist Kingdom.
Yeah, these are my star chips.
She works for a
Though,
different airline.
Oh my god, it's true.
Maybe American? Red, white, and blue?
Take that.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Now close your eyes.
Though season 2 of the anime is very much Duelist Kingdom, because the president of Genesis Corp invites a bunch of like Japan's top players to his private island that he turned into a giant Shadowverse battleground. And I was just like, man, they are just wearing their inspiration on their sleeve.
There are no original thoughts.
Well, I hope this game gets a sequel so I can play the Battle City arc. Alright, so that leaves us with 1 match left. So we have yet another Havencraft deck. Again, we tend to like go out of our way to challenge Havencraft duelists, just because we have a deck that is very quick out the gate, and they typically have the slowest out the gate.
Let's have a good match.
This was probably explained so much earlier into what we've been doing, but what determines your life points? 'Cause I noticed you started at 15 rather than the 20 that you have.
Yes, so this is the one area where the game is not following the rules. So this is a tutorial area,
Serpent King.
and so you normally start with 20 life points, but for tutorial and low-ranked opponents, as a handicap, they have less HP. So you also saw, like, for instance, the actual force tutorials I was forced to go through. Those had 5 life points, and I think the first match against Hero has 10. So that is a good call out, but the answer is just because the game wants to take it easy on you.
For now.
Spoiler alert, the Grandmaster who cheats has 40 life points. And it is a bummer.
Wait, how do you cheat your life points? How? What?
Take that! I live by the sword.
Yeah, he's so speaking of your like Pegasus analogs,
Give me that!
he not only top decks but has a card that is like unique to him that like only affects him. And so instead of like defeating him, you just destroy one of his cards. So his card basically like when destroyed like full heals him. It's silly.
So it's like when the Elite Four uses one of those full potions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that!
Well, that's pretty rude.
Become part of me.
Yes. That match. So again, I am 5 years late to the party. I did play this game when it first came out. Adored it. I just never thought there was a speedrun community for this game, and there kind of was, and it also was 5 years ago. But when I was looking at like how people do the Grandmaster duel, I was like, oh man, this is like intense. There's got to be like a good repeatable strategy for this. And I was looking it up, and I was just finding these like Reddit threads from 5 years ago with people being like, this game is BS, they're cheating, what the heck? And I was just like, okay, I'm glad nobody's got it down to a science.
Sneak
Okay,
out of
so-
the dorm.
Yeah, we have to sneak out of the dorm. So we don't want to, have to be very careful, not make any noise, be very slow and deliberate with our movement. Yeah, because we have to catch the phone snatcher in the act. So anyways, that was my opportunity to do the joke about being very quiet. Fun fact, I had no idea that this was the case, but you can actually get heard. So in one of my other streams, I did the same joke of like, okay, chat, let's be quiet. And then proceeded to run and immediately wake him up and be like, oh no. But all that happens is he's like, oh, I should go back to sleep. And then you kind of just go back. So, but that was a fun thing. And I'm glad I found that out before this run so that I wouldn't necessarily make the same joke. Because, yeah, turns out you can bug him. But there is, like everything else in this game, no fail state.
Well, we could have pressed
So yeah,
the button. The that's never happened before button.
True. So our schoolmate was just defeated by the phone snatcher and narrowly got away. So we think he's somewhere in this alley. So we go down these back alleys to find him. And he clearly got away. That was a dead end. There was nothing beyond that. And he must have gotten away because there was just a series of dead ends and there's nowhere else he could have gone. So we're just going to go talk to our school advisor instead. Anyways, another one of our rivals is going to come up and say hi. I've been skipping through these, but just randomly, some of the rivals just kind of walk up. They don't really have time to work them in naturally like the anime, so they just kind of show up and say hi. But that was Morrow. He is the trope of like the smiley kid who is like, oh, actually he's evil, but he's all smiles on the outside. But again, nobody is wrong in this game. Nobody is bad. Everyone is good. I love them. I love all my little children in my children's card game. It is one of those things where it's very easy to make fun of something. This game is incredibly cheesy, and I prefer to just embrace the silliness. It is very fun. I follow a bunch of voice actors online, which is why I found out like one of them was in this game. And actually, when this game came out, there were people like tweeting the voice actors, telling them like, because like a clip from this game went viral, and people were tweeting at the voice actors, being like, "Oh my god, this is so terrible," and they responded with, I don't think you understand. The directors told us that the style that we're going for is a Saturday morning kids cartoon. So, like, why would you think we would read these lines very, like, seriously? And so, yeah, that I love to just lean into that. It is super fun.
I love that.
It's just earnest and good. It's like people making fun of the laughing scene in Final Fantasy X. It's like, watch it in context. It's a professional voice actor. They're doing a bit like that. And instead, they're just a bunch of people having fun. But yeah, so I had the random pop-up with my buddy texting me. That's because while we were confronting the phone snatcher and he was refusing to battle us until we qualified for the Bronze Cup, and Hero's like, oh, I better go back out there and start working on my rank points. I already have the full rank points, so I'm going straight into the critical trial to go from C to B.
He's feeling hungry.
And this is kind of like the last little bit of this run before I get into the Bronze Cup itself, which is just one long tournament.
Your dreams.
I'm already looking forward to how the music is probably going to be so killer when we get to the actual cup, because card game music is always so good.
I hate to ruin it for you, but I'm fairly certain it maintains the same music. I think maybe the last match changes.
Fine.
But
Good.
What a shame.
what actually happens is the music that is played for each duel is based off of your opponent's class. So the song that's playing now is the Runecraft theme.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that's why, the very first match that we did against Hero had some, serious main character energy, and it's because it's the Dragoncraft theme. And unsurprisingly, that is the main character's deck.
Rage empowers me.
All
Canonically?
right. Yes. So Hero plays Dragoncraft. So speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, his signature card, and forgive me for not remembering the name of it because it's just not in this run, and I normally don't use it. It is literally Heart of the Cards mechanically. It is a card that if it is your last card when you play it, it gets a bunch of effects and becomes super powerful. And so literally every episode of the anime is oh no, I'm out of my card. I have nothing left in my deck. I'm up against it. One more turn, I'm gonna lose. And then he draws his card and plays it, and it gets a bunch of absolutely busted effects for being the last card in his hand.
Okay, anime protagonist. Okay.
Yep.
We see you.
It is really cool whenever you can pull it off in the game because you can do it. It is a mechanic. Literally, it's. I think you have to have no more than 2 cards in your hand total when you play it. It will damage everyone on the field and also automatically throw out a ward just to give me a little bit of defense and more cards on the field. It damages everything on the field, evolves it automatically without spending an evolution point, and then when it attacks, it gains extra attack power. And so it goes from an incredibly mediocre card to just a wildly broken card just by playing it with not that many cards in your deck to kind of simulate that oh no, this is my last card, what do I do?
Oh my gosh.
It's very good.
Let's defile the battlefield. I love the chaos.
All right. Most of the cards in my hands require me being at critical HP, and so I'm kind of tempting fate to see if they're gonna attack me directly, which it looks like they're going to, or not. Okay. I would have loved to have, all right. Well, speaking of the Heart of the Cards, this is one of the few cards that would actually work. And we're just gonna storm.
GG.
Yeah, often often the strategy of this is kind of balancing, like I said, whether or not you're going to be in a critical health state with this deck. The deck becomes much more powerful and much quicker. A lot of your cards get Rush or Storm based off of you being in that state. But again, the cards you play also damage you. So it's very quick to be like, all right, I got myself down to critical HP. And now I also played a card and wasn't paying attention and died. I had a run when I was first learning and figuring out how like all the actions resolve themselves. And there's a card you can play that you deal 2 damage to yourself and deal 3 damage to the opponent. But it very clearly says it deals 2 damage to you, then it deals 3 damage to the opponent. And I had an opponent with 1 health left. I had 2 health left, and I was like, this is how I'm going to do it. And played it, and then immediately died. And I was like, oh yeah, I should learn the order that these things get resolved in.
This happens when your first TCG is Yu-Gi-Oh! You just don't read or think.
And that's why you stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When GX comes around and they start adding like a paragraph of text on the cards.
And synchro what?
Yeah. So I'm in shift 4, so that means I can play this card now.
Your death will make me stronger.
I was actually considering the first game I tried to learn how to speedrun would be Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force, because I do unironically really, really love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
It's a PSP
It's
game,
like,
isn't
what
it?
if... Yeah. It's, it's what if Harry Potter was good and not problematic and about Yu-Gi-Oh! So, it's just like all checkboxes. And you get the like sports game anime vibe of having the dorms be rivals to each other. It's so good. But it turns out PSP games are very slow.
Oh, PSP, my beloved.
I'm willing to defend the PSP. I love the PSP. It is just perhaps not great on load times.
He's feeling hungry.
But yeah, speaking of the background music, since I am playing against a Shadowcraft, that is why I have the lovely spooky music right now.
Love a good spooky music.
Yeah, it does definitely match the vibe.
Spooky music to duel to.
Looks like this flight attendant likes to trade a lot of bodies.
Yeah, it's Shadowcraft, you gotta do a little necromancy. What's a little necromancy between friends?
Well, necromancy.
I just like those cards greatly. I have choice things I would say about them. I'm just gonna say I'm not a fan of them. Alright. Again, just to kind of deal with the fact that they're kind of flooding the playfield, I'm just getting a couple of words out to spread out what they can attack. But I have a lot of like high cost cards ready to go. The issue is that my Abyss Beast requires me to be in Vengeance to get its secondary effect. And then also the Crimson Purge is going to hurt me. So, in this instance, I don't want to deal with their sides, so I'm going to go ahead with the Crimson Purge. And we'll trade here. Again, just trying to be careful of like not overcommitting.
We will meet again.
Cool. This is one of the... If you haven't seen enough of this card already, well, we're doing more of it. This is at least going to get our health back up a little bit. Let me kill a couple. I'm not worried about zombies on their side of the field. And now I'm in at least a pretty good health-wise. And I will take those trades all day.
Do they just hate attacking you directly? Like, what is...
Kind of, yeah. The AI really prefers to trade. And since it's very beneficial to the speedrun, I am not going to complain about it. Like I said, if they can mathematically defeat you that turn with their hand, they will. So that is always the thing I kind of have to like. It's why you see me like hesitating and looking at my health, because it's just like, okay, they might pull something on me.
Oh, of course you have to think when you're playing a card game for sure.
And yet another Heart of the Cards moment. This is one of 2 cards that I could have played to win, and I only had 1 evolution point left. So there you go.
And the animation
and
too.
that is, yeah, I hate having to turn off some of the animations because they're all very good. But yeah, you at least get to see the evolution animation. But yes, I'm now officially rank B, which means I can now also enter the Bronze Cup.
Yay!
So now we all catch up on everyone. So most people do not make it to rank B. And then people are all sad about not making it. And Kai informs them that there's multiple qualifiers and it's not a big deal if you don't make it. Not at all to cover up for the fact that he didn't qualify. So we are now having a little pep talk. We're all excited, but Hero and I know that secretly we're going to win the Bronze Cup because we're going to take down the evil phone snatcher. So while we also need to win this on our path to nationals, we have a personal mission to stop the phone snatcher. Which, to be fair, he's only acting out because, he just wants to be good at Shadowverse.
Don't we
So
all?
fair. I could blame him.
Appreciate ya.
Wait.
And this is basically the end. I am just getting as many packs that I can open, and we're going to make our final edits and pray that I got the cards I needed. But I had some very good cards starting off, so honestly, I'm not too far off where I would like to be. So let's go in and see what we got. Exactly what I wanted to replace that with. Oh man, some really good luck.
Great.
I will take this.
Yeah.
Please tell me the
I'm
bunny
like
girl
not
gets in
used
the
to
deck.
seeing this many cards because I'm like, oh, this is like really good. Let's see. I do want to keep these. Let's do 2 demonic strikes. I'm gonna take our Crimson Purge down. I'm getting rid of our safety because I don't think we need that anymore. That's the first time I've seen Sword Dealer or Soul Dealer show up. I'm getting rid of that. Another Alucard, which is nice. Though we didn't get my favorite safety card, so that's a bummer, but this seems pretty solid. So that, I think, is going to be our deck. I'm just going to double check if there's any 2 costs that I'd rather trade in for. But I think we're good. This is... So looking at my tracker, this is like 38 for 40 as far as my preferred deck build.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That is pretty solid. I have done multiple runs where I get here and I'm about 30 for 40.
But you make it work.
Yeah. To be fair, I will say you can take the tutorial deck that you get with Hero that he so kindly forces you to build, and you wouldn't be able to beat the game, but you could certainly beat the Bronze Cup. So we have 3 matches back to back as we work our way through this kind of tournament arc now as we are going through the Bronze Cup.
Ready when you are.
So our first apparent is Forestcraft. Usually not too rough to go against, but is a very strong late game. So it's another one of those situations where if it does drag out a little bit too long, if I'm not in a good spot, I might just reset early rather than wait for him to knock me out at a later time. But given the fact that I have a pretty decent deck, this should be okay, and it's just going to be a matter of heart of the cards.
Isn't that always the case?
By the sword.
That guy lives by the sword.
Yeah, he's a fighter. What else would you say if you were a fighter?
I would probably have at least like 2 other things I could say that were similar, but
No,
he's
just one.
He's
You
got
only
his.
need one. Yeah. I mean, what would you say if I were to summon you onto the playfield? What would you say?
I would this is
I'd scream. I'm gonna be so
I was
honest with
waiting
you,
for
I'd
the
scream.
setup because one of the cards will literally say, "Please don't hit me," because that would be what I would say.
Please don't.
What a shame.
I'm just a little guy. Oh my god, that's what I would say. I'm just a little guy.
But do you have big little guy energy or little big guy energy?
Just little guy energy.
Okay.
very
Wow.
small.
Wow.
Small
Yeah.
guy. I'd be like a 1/1. I'd be a token, probably.
I was just about to say I'd be a token.
All right, we are up against it. Either I pull off an amazing comeback or we do a quick reset. And I can tell you it's certainly leaning one way.
Let's defile the battle.
I'm pulling for amazing comeback.
Honestly, if I survive this next turn, I could turn this around.
We are in an anime star.
Oh,
Oh,
speaking of doing mental math, remember how I said if they have the ability to finish you off, they will?
Yes.
But again,
I'm done for.
like I said, you can just rematch. So, imagine it's a tournament arc. You're here at your regional. You just defeated me, and I just say, okay, hold on, rematch, and we're just right back at it.
yeah, we're
And
playing.
of course, that only applies if I lose. If I were to win, no rematches,
No,
obviously.
best of 1 for your opponent, but really like best of 3 for you.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
best of me.
Best of me. We need to play that format at my locals.
Well, only if you play that Foo Fighters song "Best of You" the entire time.
I'm gonna be the TO of my own tournament and do that.
Yes, I have a Sharpie within arm's reach, so I could start. If you just put your hand over here, I can start drawing a smiley face on you.
Just part of one, so it looks a little confusing, right?
Yeah. I was about to say, are you one of those people that also is like, what weird symbol is this?
I thought it was Japanese. I didn't know.
Same.
Like, aren't you guys in Kansas or something? I think I thought Yu-Gi-Oh took place in Kansas because of a single line that Joey says in the Yu-Gi-Oh movie where he says, "I don't think we're in Kansas anymore." And I did not put 2 and 2 together when I was like,
That is so funny. That is my favorite lore bit.
I mean, if we were going by that logic, I would assume we were in New York because of all the Brooklyn rage.
"Oh, that's so true." I didn't register that he sounded foreign, like to me, a Texan. He just was speaking.
Let's play.
He has a
By the
was it a Kansai accent, right? That they always want to dub as kind of that Jersey accent.
Is it Kansai more like Southern? I don't know. What do I know? I should have made Joey a
I'm
Texan.
not sure. Yeah, they're very much is that delineation.
Powers me.
I had no
I know
idea.
they did the same for the one I'm thinking of is very specific reach, but if you played the Persona 4 fighting game, they have one of the characters have like a very thick like Jersey accent. It was,
Force protector.
they were talking about how it was apparently based off of a specific Japanese dialect.
Ah. I'm learning so much today.
Let's defile the
I mean, this does take place in a school, so you should be trying to get some lessons here.
I
and you're here to make sure everything's appropriate. So
Oh,
everyone's learning.
okay, but I still haven't seen them do any actual.
We
Homework
leave the
or-
classroom a lot.
We do.
I'm force protected.
I would not write a
We
pass for this.
also sleep during class sometimes.
Oh no.
Let's play.
I'll let a kid
Hero
sleep.
excitedly leaves the classroom before class is over. All the classics.
I love all of the love that Shadowverse is getting today. I mean, expectedly so, but now people looking into the series and finding out that there's a TV show for it.
Yes, it is good, and they did have the cast from this game do the dub, so like they shared the same voice actors. So
Oh, that's cool.
it is fantastic.
I love that.
I realized he had a evolution point left,
Lost this one.
and that could be a 3/3 if they evolve. So from the top.
Guess I'm
It's funny because normally I do a lot of this, like, it's okay if we rematch, because normally it's the second opponent of this that gives me a lot of trouble. But it's just kind of how this goes.
We just go next.
As you see, the matches just kind of fly by, so it's super quick to just reset and give it another go.
Let's give this a shot.
Yep. Best
Yeah,
of
I can't
me.
unhear. It's like that same voice actor is like 3 different voices, if not more, of like major characters in this game. I'm just like, yes. Why, Sean, I do hear your voice yet again.
I live by the sword.
And I have a signed autograph from this voice actor. And honestly, now that you've told me that there's physical Shadowverse cards, I'm going to have to buy some cards and have them sign them.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. It was like a full display too, but it was all Uma Musume. So I have no idea what.
It's very in right now.
I really need
It
to
is.
see this. Horse game.
Yeah, I love
and-
that the takeaway of this has been,
First to be at peace.
you know, as I've been streaming this and as I was chatting with you, like before the run, was, you know, like, oh, I should like get into the physical card game, and you were talking about like, you know, maybe I download the game, and then my wife's takeaway was like, I should download that Uma Musume game.
That's a fair
I was
takeaway.
like, yes, that was the takeaway of this.
Demonic armor.
No, she has a point.
I gave into the horse girl game just a week or two ago because of all the memes. I just can't.
Who's your girl?
Gold ship. I don't see how it can beat anyone else. Honestly, she's so
You're not
funny.
into Special Week?
I
I
just
love
don't.
Special Week.
Oh, I do too. And that one pink one that doesn't care about winning, or she's like
Haru?
really bad. Yes, the one with all the grass. I think she has a lot of grass
Haru.
now.
I haven't been able to win on anyone, but there's one horse that you can just train speed and win. And that's the only horse I've been able to win on. Because I really like Rice Shower, too. Because she's so cute.
Oh,
And she calls you big
have you watched
sister.
the
Ugh.
Have you watched the anime?
No.
I have not. I've seen clips of it, and Goldship looks like a Chad. It's a little
Goldship
confusing.
is a
but
Chad. Do you know anything about Goldship's actual like horse?
I have read a tiny bit of the lore. Yes, I
I was about to
and
say,
when-
I beg you to look it up.
It's funny.
Goldship is literally a heel, and Rice Shower is a tragic face, because apparently everything is also wrestling. Okay, so remember how I said don't make fun of Kazuki for losing to the little girl?
Yes.
This is usually the hardest fight of the run for me. So I'm kind of hoping, since I was struggling against our Forest Craft friend, that I will make it through here. But this is essentially a mirror match.
Hope I win.
Her deck build is like almost identical to ours. And so it just turns into like we're both just rushing each other, and it turns into a real coin toss. So Sometimes I win and it's really fast, sometimes I lose and it's really fast, or sometimes it just takes absolutely forever and I still somehow lose. But yes, this little girl, I've learned to respect her. Anyways, you can go back to talking about Musume. It was working for me back there. I was doing so much better.
When we were talking about horse girls and gold ship.
Yeah, you need to, Nichole, you need to look up Rice Shower.
She's so cute.
So you can watch her arc from the anime.
I really should.
I think I'm gonna watch.
Oh, do it.
I'm gonna watch Shadowverse and Uma Musume. Are they like? Are they but the same people? Like, I don't understand why. Why is there Uma Musume in the card game?
It's the same game publisher.
Game?
Oh.
Psy Games, yes.
Psy Games.
So these are also the people who do Rage of Bahamut, which is why there's all that stuff. They also do Grand Blue Fantasy. Yeah.
Wow.
I also need to Crimson Purge that guy because, oh no. But yes. I really like, and they connect all the worlds through, random lore bits. So a lot of the cards and like monsters in this are from their other games, which I think is super cool. Because I came to Grand Blue Fantasy way later. I played Relink when that came out.
What? Special Week is in the Dragoncraft deck?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna just save that for me. I'll read about that later.
I have so many questions, and I'm so excited to learn the answers to all of them.
Thank you again for the Lucky Horse talk, because that is the first time I have ever beat that girl in one match.
Are you saying that's never happened before?
Nice job. Horses
This has
lucky?
never happened before,
This has never
parentheses
happened
positive.
before?
This has never happened before, parentheses horse.
Parentheses positive horse. Parentheses special week.
Hashtag rice shower.
All right, for our semi-final match is a Dragoncraft. This is our, the rival school's already been, introduced in the story. We just haven't really been dealing with them because I'm trying to go fast. I also love that the rival school generic student is just called Competitive Boy. It is not quite, brainwashing people to turn them into, elite children's card game playing soldiers. But don't worry, that is still also in this game. They just save it for the adults. So they don't brainwash the kids in school, at least. But the evil company does train off of your dual data.
Oh.
So
Now close your eyes.
The old dual data training.
yeah.
I've seen that one before.
Yeah, they just predicted the rise of AI because the bad guy is just a rich jerk with an LLM who thinks he's better than he should be.
Destiny calls.
Money equals skill.
Money equals thinks better than everyone.
Escapes the wheel of
Money equals screw the rules.
He does screw the rules, which is unfortunate. I really dislike him. All right. I didn't want to deal with that trade, and I'm trying to save some of my evolutions since I'm not going second. So I was willing to part with one of my Crimson Purges. But I have a decent ramp right now. And I do want to try to finish this somewhat fast because he has some really good storm damage late in the game, so I kind of want to dance around that if I can.
Isn't demonic armor lovely?
I'm really digging this track.
Become part of me.
Yeah, remember how I was saying like the Dragoncraft theme has like a real like main character
Yeah.
energy?
It's so protagonist.
There you go.
coded.
This is like the Dragoncraft theme.
Beauty outclassed.
It's like very regal sounding.
We are the chosen one. Unbeliever.
All right. This is why I have in my notes not to overcommit late. Did I read my notes? No.
And before me is foolish. Serve me.
Am I still gonna push it? Yes. I'm in a good position.
Do it.
Oppose me and burn.
Ooh, exactly 4 damage. Math? Oh, math worked out in my favor this time. Sorry, I just
The battlefield.
adding up numbers, but there you go.
Single digits are the worst. I swear.
Love the chaos. Really good.
It's the math of like how much does Razory Claw do plus the extra damage from the evolution. But yes, we are all set up for the grand final. It's finally time to stop the phone snatcher Takuma. And he asks, are we gonna stop his reign of terror? And I say no, because I'm gonna edit my deck now. So for this last match, we swap back to Dragoncraft. So I mentioned this kind of like up front. He has like kind of a rush deck and is like really strong early game, but struggles a ton in the late game. So if you can stall him out, it's honestly kind of an easy fight. So since Dragoncraft holds up like really well, like it's fairly sturdy, we just go ahead and say it's worth the time to edit our deck and make that happen. So just seeing what I have to work with. I'm missing a couple that I'd normally like, but
In general, you're
Yeah,
looking for
let's look over
spells or followers that are going to damage multiple bodies, right? Maybe.
I'm looking for some like good fanfares that are gonna like deal extra damage. So the chart in the top left kind of shows you the overall like cost of my deck, and Dragoncraft is actually where you kind of swing back the other way and you're willing to make your deck very expensive because you can kind of move pretty quickly. So you kind of want to get away from some of those. Do I still have that death? No, I don't have the Death Dragon in my deck. So I still need 2 ditch 5. I have quite a few 5s. Let's take my Serpent Wrath down. This is what, 6? Let's just get all of those. I have other things that deal damage. I like Wyvern. Let's get rid of Dragon Guard. And as much as I had fun with Gilgamesh, we're just gonna go with this. This was honestly, I was only off by like 2 cards, but it was 2 different cards that I usually would want to use. So the deviation here is pretty small. But yes, we are no longer in timeout. We are actually going to go back to the epic grand finale. And this is Takuma. So remember the random master rank opponent who challenged us out of nowhere? That was Takuma's older brother. And he has an inferiority complex. So that is why he destroys phones and is so desperate to get better at Shadowverse, is he has to one-up his brother, who is the successful one.
Don't belong to you.
He's not as good at card games, so he steals phones.
Yeah. Also, everyone has such cool like signature cards. And then Takuma has Axe Pirate. So remember how the opponents always have their signature card and always want to play their signature card as soon as they can?
Cheaters.
So Axe Pirate, its effect only comes into play if your opponent has more cards than you in play. And since he always plays it first turn, it is almost impossible for me to have more cards than him. And yet he plays it every time. So he just never triggers the effect of it.
That's a little condescending of him, thinking that he doesn't need it.
I was about to say, like, I'm being a little condescending of him, but... Alright. I also had to, like, remind myself to actually attack his followers. Because instead of rushing, the strategy here is to destroy all of his followers, because he will very quickly... His deck is very aggro heavy, and so he's going to play a lot of cards very quickly, and then run out if things go well.
Seem like they have super low defense, too.
Yes, it's a lot of 1/1s, basically.
At your service.
Fear not, for I am here.
Okay.
Blow you away.
You deal 3 damage, I'll get rid of you. Speaking of big swings, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you.
Wow. 3 bodies out.
Not one step more. To arms, brother.
Yeah, I was trying to hold on to some of my like heavier hitters to be able to kind of roll them out because my disaster dragons are very solid. Like the Seabrand dragon storms, so it's like a good one to have. This will fanfare and deal 1 damage, which is just a fun little thing. I only have the 1 evolution, so I'm just not going to worry about evolving that. The hope is to get to, like, I'm getting close to my max play points. And so now the hope is I can start drawing some of my, like, really big cards. But either way, you could see he's running very low on cards. Oh, here we go. Hardly carded moment.
Ooh.
This is the signature card I wanted to draw.
Wow.
Yeah. This deck is built around trying to get this card out. So very satisfying to have that happen.
They're really trying to drag it out by putting a ward out there, huh?
Yep. I mean, they don't really have any other option, really.
Oppose me and burn.
It'd be funnier if they were a Dragoncraft player, because then they would have really been dragging it out.
Oh. You know, chat asked for you to have more dad jokes, and they ate. Thank you, Star.
That's what I do. I play children's card games and I make dad jokes. Yeah.
Oh.
That was fun.
Okay. The only bummer is I am out of my evolutions, so here's the fun part where we are just kind of trading. So all I need to do is
But then it's a very
basically
good
have an
combination.
ability to attack directly, which I will next turn. Because that shouldn't do enough damage, and I have a ward up. So get ready on time. Time is when the screen fades to black after the victory. So it'll do a you win, it'll go through the various like result screen, and then it will turn black. So I'll call it out. Time.
Woo! Nice job. Huge.
I lost to some.
Takuma should have just scooped.
But how?
Yeah, I legitimately love this cutscene. And speaking of,
It's hopeless.
you know, your anime moments or your friendship moments, it's okay. You know, if you work hard, we can all be friends, and we can get better together.
Huge friendship moment.
He is very close to our face.
Whatever.
But yes, and in true,
Just like you asked.
you know, shonen anime fashion, he just becomes another fun rival for us. And now we get to lift our trophy. So, I am curious, what was the time?
2:21:15.
That's not bad. That's not bad. They kind of bounce back and forth, my runs, where like 150 is like my best possible time, and if they're really bad, it goes for quite a long time. So thank you so much. Let's take a quick break and maybe we can come back and show something.
Welcome back to As Seen on TV here on GDQ Hotfix. We are getting ready for our next little bonus round, which I'm so excited about. I will be purchasing this game. But real quick, thank you everyone for supporting GDQ Hotfix with your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits. Your contributions help keep our shows running. If you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during replays. You can also always support the stream by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends. And also, if you're looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, great news! You can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on all upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. Use !Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more info. And with all of that being said, let's dive right back in. Star, go ahead and take us away.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you kind of let me have a little extra time to show you some post-game content. So one of the things you can do is this win streak challenge. And after you hit Grandmaster rank, you have the ability to challenge that. So we're going to just take a couple of swings at it and see if we can get there. The challenge is to hit 5 wins in a row. And we'll see if we can get it done. So I'm going to go ahead. This is my actual like end game deck that I use when I beat the game. And let's give it a go. I will count down in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Yeah, this is just a good excuse to see a lot of different cards. So again, this is the legendary difficulties. So you're going to be seeing AA and master opponents. And now I don't have to worry about reading notes or paying attention. So now I can just kind of hang out.
You just play the game.
Yeah. It's almost like it's a fun game I can play. But yeah, so this is personally what I played. This is a Havencraft Skullfane deck. Folks who've played it know it. Is very basic, but it does its job quite well. And similar to the speedrun deck being that kind of, am I gonna accidentally die or not? This deck is also basically that as well. You throw in a bunch of very long countdowns, expensive cards, just stuff that's difficult in general. And the hope is that you can survive those first few rounds against an opponent and turn around and then drop a ton of followers all in one turn. So similar to that you saw with Kagura when we fought her and she had those like wild swings. This is a deck that's just 100% built on that.
Getting deja vu here with all the fairy tokens.
Every forest craft deck uses those fairy tokens. So yes, you will see a lot of those. And I'm gonna get review.
I lose.
But basically, there are a couple different cards I have in my deck that can force a countdown. But also the main strategy is to use a Skullfane, which automatically ends a countdown. Which honestly, I haven't seen any yet. So honestly, I might lose this one right away, but we'll see. These, once you're dealing in that like legendary difficulty, a lot of these kind of get very hit and miss as far as like what you can pull off. And Forest Craft is kind of a tricky matchup for this deck. I was gonna say I'm gonna watch one of my vault followers get turned into a snowman, for instance. Do this. Take out the 3/3. No, I needed that. So we're gonna go pure desperate times and evolve this token because I need something desperately to keep them off the board.
It's a snowman with clothes.
Yeah. So if you
Crying for help.
if you heard him before, he talks about how he's kind of cold and whatnot. And it makes sense being made of snow and everything. So when he evolves, he gets a little bundled up. Oh, okay. I did not get the
Looks like I lost this.
the kill I wanted from that, so we'll give it another go. A lot of these are just very hit and miss, but it's a good chance to see, like I said, a ton of different cards and whatnot. So we'll go back in. And the challenge is really, can I get a 5 wins in a row? So. Also, I'm very good at naming decks, so you'll see things in there like, yep, because I couldn't figure out how to build out that deck in full and put a theme together. And so it ended up just being called, yep.
Me naming my Pokemon.
I've always been on team don't name your Pokemon, but my wife likes naming Pokemon, so I don't know if I'm on the wrong side of history or not. All right, so our opponent is using Swordcraft. So it's another kind of like tough matchup because they're very aggro heavy, but we'll see how it goes. As they throw out a ward immediately. I mean, I'm threatening by playing these countdowns. That's just going to have me drawing more cards. So I'm okay with if I used up some of my luck in the run, because we definitely took out some people that I didn't think was going to be possible.
First try, even.
Banish you. Yeah. Yeah, that Bronze Cup, I mean, I stumbled with the first opponent, but I breezed through everything else. Like for my PB, even if I go like undefeated, it's when I get to the Bronze Cup is when I then proceed to lose like a couple of times.
The battlefield awaits. I'm on my way, princess.
Yeah, some of the Swordcraft followers very specifically are using like Grand Blue stuff. Okay, I need to play you so I get my ward out. What other options do I have to work with? I don't have a ton. Mental math. We'll see how it goes. I think they have enough to break through.
Have faith.
Ooh. Yep, that'll probably do it.
Princess. Oh, guess I'm done for.
I mean, these
No
are
fun.
tough.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
I mean,
these are all doubling and master, not grandmaster.
like post
And it's random, so yeah. Sorry, I spoke over you.
Oh no, this is you. I'm learning from you. I'm asking the
Yeah.
silliest questions.
Oh, it's just this is just pure improv because like all I get to see is what
Ready when you are.
I'll humor you.
what deck type they're using, which is obviously not going to tell you like too much. And they give such good names to these characters, like, you know, competitive boy and frugal lady. So it doesn't really give you a good idea of what their actual deck is going to be.
So they don't always
you don't-
have the same class?
Well, the thing is, there is something like 600 deck codes in the game.
Oh.
So different like pre-built decks. And this is kind of pulling from that entire pool.
Wow.
You don't get to battle against any of the like main characters, but other than that, it's just any random NPC essentially. So I'm never quite sure what I'm gonna bump up against, which is like when I'm bored, like when I first started streaming. Hi, I just started streaming recently. When I first started streaming, I would just do these win streak challenges because I could kind of just, it's very meditative for me to just kind of sit here and like, all right, I'm gonna see what I can do here. So, but I just love the repetitive nature of it. It's not quite a roguelike, but it's also what I would use to test out any of my decks. So if I'm building something new and trying to do a little bit of theory crafting, instead of fighting a specific opponent, I would just choose one of these win streak challenges because it's better to kind of be like ready to, okay, I'm not sure this opponent might have this, so it's going to expose some weakness in your deck you perhaps weren't planning for.
Golly, it's chilly here.
Your friends are
my.
back.
I don't know where they came from. All 5 of them.
Well, don't worry, I can make them all go away at once.
These golden wings.
I would
So
have.
this is not a magic deck, but this is kind of a cool magic trick.
Ooh. Aw. And I kind of missed watching them digivolve into having a shirt. It's actually just like Digimon.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I mean, I hosted for your Digimon run. Who's the snowman Digimon?
Old as down.
Frigimon.
There you go.
Just like back in the
And there's like a bunch of different recolors and they're all different names.
Looking me from the skies.
Alright, so here's a fun thing. It no longer becomes a game of chance if there's only one opponent on your other side. Yes, that is this deck in a nutshell. It's those moments just constantly. And as you saw, sometimes I lose, and then sometimes I win. It's just kind of a flip of a coin sometimes, but it is really fun just to see those like massive swings happen when you can like pull off one of those. I'm going to do an evolution because I want to banish you. Yeah, there's very few followers in the deck, and the followers that are in there basically exist either to continue the countdowns or to like be your defense. So it's either like healing you, they're my wards, or for instance, this specific character, when you evolve, you can banish an opponent. Though with all this spell boosting, I'm waiting for something big to come out and scare me, so we'll see. Alright, we'll use this because this will advance this timer.
Has come. Rejoice.
Alright, and I got my Skull Fane, which is what I've been looking for this whole time. Let's go ahead and play this, because my hand is currently full and I don't want to run out of cards. I forgot you draw with it, so there you go. My reasoning for using that is completely out the door. Let's go ahead and use this. Oh, there you go. Oh my gosh. And a dimension shift. Wow. Well, all you can do is put the controller down and applaud. That was impressive. You want a that's never happened before. 2 flame destroyers
Wow.
and then into a dimension. That is just scary.
Maybe she's
Oh
the
my goodness.
protagonist.
Frugal Lady really decided to reject my checks. All right, well, since we're running a little low on time and I was talking a bunch of game about our friend that cheats a lot, I figure why not show off the Grandmaster duel. I talked a little bit about it before. So if we're gonna have time for maybe a duel or two, let's take a swing at our friend Pegasus. Remember I talked about the cybernetic soldiers that play card games? That's these. Just don't mind them. I'm just gonna walk by them real quick.
If you talk to them, you lock yourself into a card game, huh?
No,
Oh.
I just, not trying to pay minds to these poor people. Yeah, like clearly this is not evil or anything.
Yeah, no.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to go ahead and swap over to my cheese to get that ready. And then we can watch a man cheat.
Ooh, I love watching a man cheat.
So the fun of this is, so he's kind of the post, like after you win nationals and everything, he is the one you will duel to get Grandmaster rank. There can only be one Grandmaster, so it's kind of like you take him on. And then so after you have finished everything, you can re-challenge him. So this is not only the hardest fight in the game, this is the harder version of the hardest fight in the game. So if I was already taking L's, I might as well take it against someone that I can complain is cheating rather than just me having some poor luck. But yes, it's not even top decking. He just has a free card that gives him ridiculous effects.
Exciting. What will you do next? I hope you have a trick up your
What?
sleeve.
You just draw 3 cards? Is this part
Yeah,
of
he
the
cheats.
dueling rules?
He should be
He
fired.
just cheats. No, he just cheats.
He needs to be let go.
Are you ready?
So his whole thing is he has the sanctuary that makes it so you can't use any sort of effects to defeat his followers. So I can't use any sort of spells or anything to defeat his followers,
How unexpected.
which just
Or was it?
means he can do all sorts of fun things, and I only can attack him head on.
Isn't over yet,
And then he has special cards that then make it impossible to deal damage directly, and then
fighter. I can see it in your eyes.
that's just kind of what dueling Leon is like. It's exercise in frustration. Oh, it's my friend Bahamut. All right. Let's go get rid of you. One trade of a unicorn lady for another. So the overall strategy here, and literally I will only win if I manage to pull this off, is I need to get at least one Phoenix Roost drawn and the Prince of Darkness drawn. And then I will play that Phoenix Roost and then have some various draw cards in my deck. And then the point is, when you play a Prince of Darkness, you get a different deck that is like a deck like specific to that character. And I believe it is 10 cards. And so I need to draw as many of them as possible, reduce the play points that they cost, because they notoriously cost a lot, which is why the amulet is required. And then I have to win before I deck out.
Show me what you're capable of.
So it's a fun little balancing act. Okay, so
Light eternal, shine on all creation.
I might be SOL, but
I give you the
you should
light
keep
of
me alive for a little bit. So normally this is the card I like to have as kind of like my safety backup. So Lucifer, as if it's on theme in some sort of way, is both an angel and a devil. So either it will give you the ability to heal, or can damage your opponent directly. So it's a very versatile card to have. All right, it's time to bring my friend to the party.
Oh no, you don't.
And have an extra one ready to go. Oh, I forgot it's temporary. That's what I get for trying to stun on him.
An impressive display.
At this point, I'm literally just waiting to draw cards. So, and of course, you can do something like that.
That's okay, because he
I'll
cheats.
give it, let's say, what, one more go?
Guess I'm done.
Yeah, go for it. This man cheats all the time.
Yeah. I wanted to at least beat his first phase, so you get the like, oh no you don't, and he literally just, you see his life bar just fill back up.
First phase? Does he like transform into Sephiroth or something?
I hope so.
He summons a card, because again, speaking of cheating, he summons basically a one-wing angel. It's annoying.
How exciting.
But he's not like
Is one
secretly
of
an
the-
anime demon or something.
No.
He's a guy.
He's just a
yeah.
guy.
Just a guy.
I hope you have a trick up your sleeve.
What if I told you that he's trying to use all of his AI technology and whatnot to bring back the love of his life?
Isn't over yet.
Okay, well, don't make me feel bad for him.
Oh.
Like, don't make me pity this cheating man.
Okay, well that isn't that's Pegasus. I actually don't know what his deal is.
Unexpected.
I don't know.
He's just a mean guy. We don't like this guy. Irredeemable.
Isn't over yet. You're a fighter.
He's a man that cheats at a card game and then bullies a school kid.
Yeah, like, what in the heck? Come on.
You need to check his sleeves, Judge.
Oh, there is no sleeves. As you saw, he literally just pulls out a card and plays it before the match starts.
Oh,
Yeah, well. I had a moment when I played the Bahamut last time. I was like, wait, the cool animation didn't happen. And I realized I turned off the animations. So any of the like glowing cards, so like Bahamut, like, I don't know if that one has, but they all have cool anime intros. So
What you're capable of.
more reason, go buy this game. Watch the cool, over-engineered anime intros for these characters.
well, I think you have convinced me. You have convinced Nichole. You have convinced several people in the chat. I've been seeing that throughout. Really cool.
Well, I have the cards I need, but I have a feeling I am dead. Yep.
Guess I'm done for.
All right. You want to call it, or do you want to go one more?
Guess I'm done for.
Let me see. See if we could do one more.
All right. Let's believe in the cheese.
I believe in the
I was
cheese.
practicing, like, going behind the scenes when you asked me to, like, what I can do for a challenge run. I was like, oh, yeah, like, I should show off the post-game boss. And then I practiced him for, like, a week, and I, at best, had, like, a 50% win rate. And I was messaging you, like, we could do other things, too. Yeah, I had the problem of, so the deck I made previously before I started experimenting could get him to the second phase pretty reliably, but then I would just lose every time, and it would just take forever. So that's when I started hunting down Reddit threads, and it was very cathartic to just open a time capsule and see people from 5 years ago complaining how broken this fight is.
Our modern day forbidden memories.
Yes. Yes, this is my Macho Man fight.
I can't keep relying on you, Dragon.
How unexpected.
I mean, he does like to turn people into cards.
Ready?
Gotta see me dance.
Again, really channeling their inner Pegasus.
I can see it in your eyes.
He's got 2 eyes though. He's got to lose
True.
one of them.
Well, because they don't have the Millennium whatevers, they just have phones.
He can put like a phone CPU as his eye.
Just it's just one of those phones. Or no, it's he just has like a Google Glass on.
Yeah, he's got onboard Shadowverse in his body.
He's got some like Ray-Ban metas, and that's his superpowers.
Good for him.
I can be graceful too.
You ready?
You know, he's a successful businessman making millions, and what does he do with his time? Plays children card games with the local school kids. And then threatens to kill them for some reason. You know, plot.
If he plays this, he probably plays Uma Musume too. Just wonder who his
yes,
horse is.
but you know he is like a cash cow, or he's whaling it out there, you know?
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Like he ain't grinding the free to play.
I want it to be to have money.
Like that, having millions of dollars and playing a free to play game is like the epitome of screw the rules, I have money.
Are you ready?
All right, well, I do have the exact setup I need. It's a matter of can I survive like one more turn?
Ready yourself.
And looking at this, the answer is no, but we'll see.
Capable of.
So, first we play this to reduce the overall counts. Yeah, even with this setup, it's going to be still taking me too many turns, but let's do this. And at least go down swinging. Because, as she says, you have to see me dance.
No, we don't scoop.
Yeah, well,
Form.
go ahead. Send me to the Shadow Realm.
Guess I'm done for.
Alright, we can call it there. That was fun. I just wanted to show off some of like the in-game stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Got me on cheats.
He does, unfortunately. I do not wish to rematch, sir. You've won this time as you did during my practices, which made me panically say maybe we don't do this. And further saying I had to remove this as an incentive when I submitted this to a marathon. But thank you so much for having me. I'll just go ahead and do my thank yous real quick.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to thank my wife, Maddie. They are fantastic. They are a GDQ Hotfix mod, so you've probably seen them in the chat. They are amazing. They were the ones that encouraged me to start volunteering for GDQ and stuff. So that's kind of what got me down this route. And also told me to submit this run to Hotfix. I told them there is no way I'd ever be on GDQ, and here I am. So thank you so much. And then thank you to the Binary Breakers. Breakers mentioned. Big shout out specifically to Big Scared and Soul Mass, but all the Breakers have been super supportive of me, kind of helping me learn to stream. They were the ones that kind of helped me learn the ropes as far as like marathon stuff in general. So I got to shadow Big Scared when I was kind of learning how to be a host, and then I think I've done like one of every role with one of their breakouts. So they've been absolutely fantastic. I was complaining about how nervous I was, and they've been kind of like trying to ease my nerves all week. So thank you so much. You guys are great. And then the people who are running this leaderboard who are somehow still active, thank you so much. So Skateman and DCF. This game had 0 active runners when I went to pick it up. There were 3 runners on the leaderboard. I am the 4th. I don't mind the fact that I am 4th of 4 because it feels really cool to at least have a 4th place run. So thank you so much. And then Chaos, who is actually the number 2 runner, who was kind enough to respond to me when I randomly reached out and was like, hey, I cannot find any resources for the speed run for this game. It looks all abandoned. And he was like, oh, cool, here are my notes. So he gave me all the notes and routing and deck stuff. So I have like spreadsheets and everything thanks to him. So I would not have been able to get my time under like probably 2 hours and 45 minutes without him. And then probably the biggest thank you is my lovely commentator, School. I was shocked that you said yes when I asked if you would do commentary for me. And then also, I'm new to hosting as well. This has been my first year hosting stuff. And School was my second shift ever hosting in a marathon. And I remember really enjoying their run. We had a lot of fun. And then I think you signed off by basically saying that, you know, anyone can speedrun something, just pick up that game and play it. And I took your advice and said, why not? Let's try it. And
I'm so
here I
happy
am.
you did.
So
I'm so happy you did.
thank you. School, do you have anything?
Well, my name is School. If I'm here on Twitch, speedrunning Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And shout outs to Star for letting me couch for them after they've done an awesome job couching for me at multiple events. I'm super happy that I got to spend this time with you.
I'm honored that you were willing to spend the time with me. So thank you so much.
Thank you both so
and
much
Nichole,
for being
thank you.
on. Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you for having
thank
me
you.
on.
No, this was really, really fun. I'm super glad you were available. Thank you both again. Chat, real quick, you can catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, and GDQ marathons over on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you're watching this on YouTube, hi. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ.